already know the drill. We back again with another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And strap on your seatbelts, cause it's all pedal to the metal from here. And without further ado, your amazing host, Drew Billy.
Welcome back to another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys, here with your host, DB, and host, Trevor Dinsmore. Trevor, how are we doing tonight?
Oh, good, buddy. Just shaved the old beard, got a little haircut today, learned about Tyrese Maxey's max deal. Oh, yeah. It's all gone. Usually it just gets to the point where I'm picking at it constantly, and I'm like, you know what? I'm fucking sick of this. So, I shave it off, and now I'm going to get carded every time I go buy beer for the next 4 weeks. But it is what it is. But otherwise, doing pretty good. Yourself?
Good. No, I have to give a shout out to our fans. I did see out at Dino's.
Yes.
If you see either me, Trevor, even Nate, he was on here as well. If you see us out and you're a fan of our show, don't shy away from buying us a drink. Wonderful dudes. I didn't get their permission to say their names on here, but they treated me well, and I appreciate their efforts.
People I know very well.
Yes. But a lot of news we're going to touch on tonight. I got to get my fucking shit here together. But our segments, if you've been following every week, just as a precursor for you to stay along for the show, what's more likely, License to Sicko, NFL schedule predictions, and debate time. Beautiful segments that have become a very important aspect to our show. And Trevor does a hell of a job for 3 of those. So we appreciate his efforts.
Oh, I do have another one. I didn't tell you in the production meeting that we have 5 minutes before this, but just a little twist on NBA free agency and a little play on the old film, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We're going to rate free agent signings good, bad, ugly, or somewhere in between.
Okay. But so stick around for that. But I'm going to start us off here, and then Trevor's going to be coming on in a minute here with his news. But good news here for Jonathan Owens. The husband did not realize she was married, Simone Biles.
Mm-hmm.
So all the fans out there, you do not have a chance. She is married. But anyways, he is getting a chance to go over to where the hell? Why am I fucking up here?
Paris.
Going over to Paris to go see Simone compete. Trevor, how do we feel about that? I feel it's a class act for the Chicago Bears to allow him to go.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Simone Biles is a once-in-a-generation type athlete, and the person lucky enough to be married to her. And, it just both from the side of seeing a once-in-a-generation athlete and seeing your wife compete at the highest level of what she does.
Yeah.
Very cool. Honestly, I would expect nothing less from an NFL organization, because we're not at the point where like practices really, really matter, as we'll get into with a couple other athletes that you've picked out that aren't attending, like mini camps and stuff like that right now.
Right.
So yeah, we're not into the thick of it yet. And these only come around once every 4 years. So
yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, I think it's a classy move, and we're happy to see him going over. And she's the greatest of all time in gymnastics, so it's just a good fucking feel good story. But other news, not really that good of a feel good story, is Von Miller is saying that he did not really appreciate all the flack he got. Trevor, he said he would have sat out instead of playing if he knew that this was going to be something. I'm precursing. I'm just kind of paraphrasing what he said, try to make it a little more spicier. But do you feel he should have just sat out, or is his time done in Buffalo? I mean, I can't tell if he still has any juice left in the tank.
He didn't have any sacks last year, did he?
No sacks.
He played, 11, 12 games?
12 games.
12 games?
Mm-hmm.
His time might be done in the NFL. As great a player as he is, as much of a legend as he is, his best days, obviously, they're behind him.
Yeah.
We've covered this guy many, many times already on this show. We know how Bills fans feel about it. We know how Bills fans feel about Miller, the Bills organization, and how they've handled this whole situation.
Yeah.
So really, I'd just be beating a dead horse by saying anything on this matter. He's He's kind of doing. I don't want to say he's doing a disservice by still playing, because any athlete, I don't wish them to, not go out on their own terms, but
Mhm.
it might be time to take old Yeller behind the barn.
You might have to. You might have to. No, and I don't have his stats in here, but I don't think he really even had any tackles. I want to say maybe somewhere around 30 tackles potentially. I don't have the numbers here.
Pro Football Reference page, and
Yes.
we'll see.
Yeah. I don't even know if he had that. No offense.
Let's see. 12 games. I didn't start any of them. What does he got here? 3 combined tackles.
Holy shit, that bad?
3. That bad. And
That's
if
not
you
even
think
an
I'm
act,
lying,
right?
if you think I'm lying, just Google Von Miller Pro Football Reference, click the first thing you see, and scroll a little bit. In his 2 years at Buffalo, 23 games, 24 combined tackles,
He's below even with it.
and 8 sacks, all of which were obviously in 2022 when he only played 11 games.
Jesus Christ!
So
Holy shit!
He's expensive, unproductive, and injured.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking later in the show about probably the biggest NFL bust, and he's stealing money from children. So whatever. But anyways.
I mean, at least Von Miller is stealing it from rich people.
Correct.
The Pagulas.
Well, he has a hell of. You've said it before too on the program. Whoever his agent is, you would love to get a hold of him, because this guy.
Absolutely, absolutely. If I ever got into, well, I don't know if probably just a member of like a sports type agency, not necessarily in the entertainment industry.
Right.
But if he does like entertainment agency stuff on the side, I might call him up.
Yeah.
If we get big enough, I might call him up and say, "Hey, can you get me this endorsement and that endorsement and this endorsement?"
That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I can swing this one. Maybe not that one, but I can get you. You can be sponsored by Corona if you want that. I'd be like, I mean, hell yeah.
You're right. But swinging over here, other news: Christian McCaffrey, Trevor, he's coming off a hell of a season last year. Has a new deal that he got in the offseason just recently. But now Kyle Shanahan's saying that he wants to take some of the reins away from him and also have other guys run the ball. Would you agree with that? But also, the guy's just a hungry fucking athlete. So that's kind of a tough balance.
It is.
So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. I don't know.
To say the truth, I want to see who is on their depth chart that could spare him some carries.
Yes.
Let me click into that real quick, and then I can better answer the question. Okay, still Elijah Mitchell, Isaac Guerendo. I don't know how you say that. And then Jordan Mason. I don't know who those last 2 individuals are, but I do know very well who Elijah Mitchell is.
Yeah.
And if he can stay healthy, that makes all the sense in the world to me. Plus, I know you're trying to get Debo more out of the backfield.
Correct.
But at the opportunity cost of potentially having CMC get injured due to his workload, which he has a history of, and he is on the Madden cover, so not a good history with that. I understand it. I understand wanting to not put all your eggs in one basket, but that's a hell of a basket to have it in.
Yeah.
If it's a Christian McCaffrey.
Well, I guess,
and he's an alpha too. He's a pure alpha at the running back spot.
Mm-hmm.
Just doesn't stop turning his legs, quick as hell, can receive and can pound the ball. Just all around one of the best, if not the best athlete in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be tough to convince him like, hey, let's take the pedal off the gas here a little bit.
Yeah. No, but the stats are really, I guess, concerning, because McCaffrey had 272 carries and Elijah had 75.
Yeah,
in 11 games. So some of those he didn't even fucking suit up, Trevor.
Correct. Yeah, that's why I said if he can stay healthy throughout the whole entire season, which very tough to do in the modern NFL to keep a running back healthy, especially just in general, it's very, very tough to keep those guys healthy. Very few running backs get away unscathed in their careers. McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell, obviously, no exception.
Right.
So. Yeah, if Mitchell can stay healthy, I can understand the sentiment behind that and the situations that you could potentially put Elijah in, maybe have him be an occasional third down type of running back or just a regular change of pace guy you bring in every third or fourth down.
Right. Yeah, no. And then other news, we've talked about this franchise, about the owner who dumps beer on fans. Bryce Young maybe should not have been the first pick. His father giving him tough love. But now the coach, Jonathan Brooks here, not Jonathan Brooks, Dave Cannells.
Yep.
We'll give him it. He's saying that they need to focus on building up the offensive line, which I agree, Trevor, but there's not really any weapons around Bryce Young except maybe Deontay Johnson. That's really all I can really name, and Jonathan Brooks.
Right.
So I understand you got to have an offensive line, but even if you have an offensive line, you got to have weapons out there. Dave, what the fuck are we even talking? You know what I mean, Trev?
No, I got you. Well, they still got Thielen, too. They still got Thielen. There. They still got Chuba Hubbard. Hubbard's not bad. Jonathan Brooks could be a standout from Texas. Texas running backs have a decent history in the NFL, so it's not to say he has no weapons, but we've seen what a good offensive line can do to a guy with what we perceive to be not a whole lot of weapons. Case in point, Jordan Love.
Correct.
We didn't think, what's Christian Watson and who's the other guy? That number 11? I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Not Jayden Reed. Jayden Reed?
Yeah. Jalen or Jayden Reed, one of those two.
Yep.
And we saw how good the Packers did this past year and, beating the Cowboys in their home stadium, winning a playoff game. Built on their offensive line in large part. And, a lot of that was the running game. A lot of that was Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon.
Yep.
We know it's, the little Chiron at the ticker. Yeah, totally missed it. It's okay. It's all good. Yeah. Just don't miss anything.
I'm not even drinking tonight. I'm not even.
I know. It's, very strange. You're not turning up on a Tuesday, aren't you, Billy?
No, I know what the weekend's bringing, so I'm trying to keep myself contained. No,
that's fair. Yeah. Fourth weekend of the fourth. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah,
it's going to be nuts. And if you have a white collar job like I do, I'm at tax accounting. I have off those 2 days, Thursday, Friday, in addition to the PTO I already took for these 3 days. So. Yes. Yeah. But back to the Panthers.
Yeah. Sorry.
To me, this is actually a voice of wisdom or a voice of reason, so to speak, building it from the inside out. That's how I've always said you need to build a franchise. That's how the Steelers did it. Mm-hmm. That's how countless other franchises have done it. You get the right quarterback, sure, absolutely. That's priority numero uno. But, behind that, in terms of your priorities, you need to beef up the offensive and defensive line. Mm-hmm. You need to be good in the trenches. If you're not good in the trenches, everything else is just going to fall apart.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. We'll see what the hell that season brings. I just hope they have a better season, even though the owner's a jackass.
Nah, for the sake of the players, yes. Yeah. I hope they do well.
Yeah.
We know however well the players do and however well the team does, it is going to ultimately benefit the owner, which is I don't want to say an unintended consequence. Yeah. But I guess from the perspective of the fans could be viewed that way because I don't want to see a billionaire who doesn't know how to keep his temperament. I don't want to see him succeed. I don't want to help out the jackasses that I have to help out, the rich pricks they're worried about their tax bill and just paying $200.
Right. No,
I have no sympathy for rich jackasses.
I agree with you. Here first. Anyways, speaking of another jackass, Jerry Jones, the Cowboys, Trevor.
Oh,
Absolutely.
he's just arrogant. I
Yes.
don't kind of a jackass. Not
Yeah.
really, but
Yes, the Hoochie's up there with them. The Hoochies aren't with him because the team sucks.
yeah.
Hasn't won a playoff game in 30 years. The list goes
Still
on.
got the he's still got the cheerleaders to watch though.
Got Mike
Yeah.
McCarthy down on the sideline. They're
Yeah.
having to check his blood pressure because he can't get away from In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A before the games. The list goes on, Trevor.
Chick-fil-A is only for like the Thursday and Monday night affairs.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A
yes.
closed on Sundays, remember?
Correct. Yes, I apologize. Yes.
Yeah. Which I just had the Nuggets meal not too long ago with their hot sauce. Pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, biggest thing here, has the window closed? I don't know if there's ever been a window, but there's been speculation. Has there been a window, or is the Super Bowl window closed for the Cowboys here? The chance of them maybe getting over that hump, winning a playoff game, is this the last season they might have a chance?
I tell you, it was wide open the last 3 seasons, wasn't it?
Correct. Yes.
A lot of people were picking them to go to the NFC Championship, potentially win the Super Bowl, and including a former co-host of ours.
Yeah.
And I never thought in a million years I'd hear that guy say, "Oh, the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl." I believe on this program, or at least to me in group chats and just kind of talking with him, he said, "Yeah, Cowboys are my pick to win the Super Bowl."
Yeah.
God, has that door been? It's cracked. It's it's like when you go to slam a door, but that stopper, it doesn't jut itself out from the door, so you can't shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. Give a little imagery to what happened to the Cowboys.
Yes.
The door is almost slammed shut. Perhaps by the fact that they really didn't do anything this offseason and are literally just running it back.
Yeah.
But there's just a little wooden block in between the door and the entryway to where they potentially could, if all the dominoes fall in the right spots.
Right. Well, and here's the other thing. If you look at the team on paper, you got a decent quarterback. I wouldn't say he's up there. Some people have him in, top 5. I don't think he's top 5. He might be top 10 potentially in the league if he's not playing with his head out of his ass or head in his ass. But CeeDee Lamb, probably one of the greatest wide receivers in the game right now.
He's going to be like first or second receiver off of fantasy boards this year.
Yeah. I mean,
CeeDee Lamb.
You got all the weapons, Trevor, on paper, but they shit themselves. And I don't know what happens. I don't know if it's scheming or just producing or the big spotlight on them. They just shit themselves. I don't know.
I can tell you what it was last year. Their offense and their defense, they were one-dimensional to a fault.
Oh, well.
The offense, they would just air it out. And when they got up big, they just relied on the defense stopping the passing game and, that awesome secondary and pass rush that they have.
Yep.
But they were not built to stop the run game, and they got really exposed against Green Bay.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happened to them. I think Aaron Jones had around, a couple hundred yards in that game, all purpose. Mm-hmm. A lot of those are rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be decently well-rounded to succeed in the playoffs, and at the very least, or at least last year, the Cowboys, they were not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They did what they did well throughout the entire season and found the right matchups with that, and en route to a 12-5 record. And yes, dance with what brung you, but you have to have some sense of being good all around, and they really did not.
No. And then other news here. This guy's off season. It's been like watching an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. The drama, Trevor, surrounding Brandon Ayuk has just been fucking. And I don't even know if he's bringing it upon himself, but it's just been a disaster. He's going to Steelers. No, he's not going to Steelers. He's staying with the 49ers. Oh, he might go to Cleveland. No, he doesn't want to go to Cleveland. Now the Commanders. Now he's finally said if he's not a Niner, then he'll go to the Commanders. If the Commanders don't want him, then the Steelers are the third ugly stepchild on that list. What the hell do you think is going to happen here? Because I'm sick of talking about this guy.
It's like you called it. It's like watching the Kardashians. It's more like watching The Bachelor.
That too. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I've watched that a couple times with my mom when I was home. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
It's not bad.
It's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do find it ironic that women that like monogamy
Yes.
watch that show
Yes.
where
Yes.
it's not monogamous like at all.
Yeah.
But still, for a reality like dating show, relatively entertaining. They've
Oh,
really
yeah.
kind of found their stride with it.
Yeah.
And Brandon Ayuk, so to speak, is the Bachelor, and the assortment of 32 NFL teams, eligible bachelorettes, apparently. But at least now we're down to like the second to last episode of The Bachelor, where it's down to the final 3.
Yeah.
Like you said, if he's not a Niner, he's a Commander, and if not a Commander, then a Steeler. Obviously, I'm hoping for that last one to hit.
Yes.
Not banking on it by any stretch.
Right.
I'd love to see that happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully next week on this beautiful program here, we will have the final rose ceremony, and we can finally see where the hell he went. It'd be nice.
I will. Oh shit. Well, you know what? Ironically, I'm getting fitted for a tuxedo in 3 weeks.
Yes.
If he doesn't make his decision until then, maybe I'll just come on here with my nice little tux, and we can do it. We can do a proper rose ceremony, and I can get a cutout of Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
And we can make it fun.
Yeah.
Expensive but fun.
Yes. No, but shit. No, but other news here as well. This guy was in headlines last year at this time. Trevor Chris Jones.
Yes, sir.
Has not partaked in a single, or he didn't partake in a single training camp practice last year. We're kind of getting to that point as well again this year with him. He wants a new contract. I feel he deserves a new contract or rebuild or whatever the hell he wants going on with it, restructured. Do you feel he needs it restructured?
Didn't he just get a contract last year?
Yeah.
But he wants it restructured now.
He wants more money.
He's hoping to take some more days off for camp. He wants more. He wants even more money?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. That's news to me.
I know.
That's kind of shocking. Didn't he just get 5 years?
Yeah.
90, however many million it was. I don't remember exactly what it was.
I believe it was 35, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what?
You can Google. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I am on Spot Track. I'll just search that right now, just to, because I'm curious, because I thought he just got a contract. He just wants to take some time off.
Yeah.
Chris Jones. Here we go. 5 years, 158.75.
Okay.
60 million guaranteed, with a $30 million signing bonus, so a total of 95 guaranteed.
I might have fucked this up.
I think you did. I think he just wants some time off.
Fuck it. All right. Never mind. He doesn't want more money. He just wants time off. My apologies. But do you feel he's still going to be, that's restructured here. Do you feel he's going to have the same contribution as he always has for the Chiefs?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair
enough. No.
I read more into it than I should have.
No issues.
I got a little more journalism in me tonight. But anyway.
Yeah.
Here's the actual good article here. I'm sorry about that, folks. Tyreek Hill is eyeing up a contract year after this season, Trevor. He's seeing the numbers of the other wide receivers in the league, Justin Jefferson, Jalen Waddle, all other numbers coming out here. Do you feel he's going to be hungry for shit for a new contract and more money?
Why wouldn't he?
I mean, even if it doesn't mean he's in a Dolphins uniform.
I've always advocated for guys taking a bag. He's earned his bag.
Okay.
He could be on the docket for a 2,000-yard season and the first to ever do it. He was on the docket to do it last season, if not for getting hurt late in the latter part of the year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, I'd like to. That guy's just amazing to watch, dude.
Now the only thing is, I feel like physicality on him sometimes, so it does throw him off. That's the only, if you're really
when it gets colder and you know when guys play press defense against that type of aired out team, and good man-to-man defenses can actually pull that off. then yeah.
And then the other, Josh Manners. Hey, we appreciate you, Josh. Thanks for stopping in. Let's talk hockey, Penguins hockey to be exact. I don't know if that's on the docket tonight, but
I can briefly touch on it once
Okay.
we go to my segments. But yes,
Okay.
hang on for that, Josh.
Yes.
We'll talk about that while I get into my stuff.
Yes, but I just got to throw something out here too, Trevor. He's only set to make 19.6 mil in 2024, so he's
Really?
going to want more money.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I would
think
too.
The numbers he's put up, that's very low.
I mean, what's Jefferson getting?
Oh Jesus! Fuck me.
I wish I was a numbers guy that I could memorize these, but 4 for 140.
Fuck. Yeah.
Average of 35 mil a year. He's only Tyreek's not even getting 20.
No.
Yeah, he's going to get upgraded pretty soon, whether it's by the Dolphins or not. And this could be a make or break year for that team as well.
Yeah.
Are they actually going to be able to win late in the season and potentially win a playoff game and make a push?
Yeah.
So far, the answer under Mike McDaniel and his system is no. They got to change that answer if they want to, kind of keep things the way that they are in terms of personnel.
Yeah.
So.
No, I agree. And then I think this is the last one I have here. Second last. Jamarcus Russell, former number 1 draft pick. Many of you remember him as the biggest NFL draft bust of all time. Oakland Raiders made a mistake with him. But Jamarcus made a mistake reaching into pockets of a high school in Mobile, Alabama. He's facing a lawsuit accusing him of taking money meant as a donation to the school, totaling up to $74,000.
Yeah.
Trevor, I don't know the amount of money that he received, basically free, because he didn't produce. No offense to him. I don't know if he's the biggest, but he's up there.
He's close. He's Ryan Leaf. Him and Ryan Leaf are often talked about as 1 and 2 or 1A and 1B or whatever you want to label him as.
Yeah. But to take $74,000 from a school, I don't know. I don't know what I think.
It's interesting.
I don't know what to say to that.
Took that from a local business owner as well. Guy by the name of Chris Knowles.
Yeah.
Local business owner wrote the check. Russell approached him so he solicited the donation check and then took it.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
I
mean, that's not Brett Favre level defrauding the state of Mississippi.
Yes.
It's not to that, or actually not the state of Mississippi, defrauding the people of Mississippi. It's not to that extent, but it's on the path. It's on the pathway.
He goes, you being an accountant.
Yes.
He goes directly after
to
a credit union and withdraws $55,000 of that after cashing it.
I mean, I've watched enough mob movies to know that you don't make a big purchase after a heist. Like you don't pull I don't know who it was, but one of the guys in Goodfellas, not Ray Liotta or Bobby De Niro, one of the other guys, they went and purchased a Camaro or something, purchased a nice expensive car right after that airport heist, one of the biggest, based on a true story too, one of the biggest airport heists in history. I forget where it was, might have been Teterboro or some shit. But then he goes out, buys a Camaro, and lo and behold, who comes knocking on the door?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to stay on it too long, but it kind of maybe really speaks to how stupid he is.
Yeah,
couldn't read the defense, couldn't read the playbook.
Nope.
Gained
couldn't watch the tapes.
I believe he gained 55 pounds from getting drafted to the season. I mean, but hey, good luck to Jamarcus. Your NFL career, not good, and your embezzling career is not as well either. But good luck to you.
No, nope. I got to give you an F on your NFL career, and then a D- on the embezzlement.
Yeah.
The only reason I give him a passing grade, I guess a D- is a passing grade. He didn't withdraw the entire 74.
Yep. Job.
Because then if he cashes the check for 74, then he withdraws the 74. That's open and shut.
Marcus.
Open and shut. Come
Good
on,
job,
Marcus.
We love you, Al. Thank you for bringing this guy into the spotlight and then out of the spotlight, and now he's back in the spotlight. But anyways, not many people will know this name, but Trevor, we're going to get to know him here real shortly.
Yeah.
Jim Pons, man who created one of the New York Jets logos, is now suing the team in the NFL, demanding he be paid for the use of his goddamn design. They took it, Trevor. They put it on the helmet. Here's a beautiful picture in our little script here of Aaron Rodgers with the logo on on the helmet. He is looking to get money for them using his design without his permission, and is suing for unspecified damages. Hopefully, Jim Bonds, he's 81 goddamn years old. Do the right thing here, New York.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Just give him a little settlement money. Give him a little settlement money that he can throw into his inheritance. Or his trust, or wherever he's got his money.
Stole it in plain daylight, Trevor, from an 81-year-old man.
A
lot of fucking stealing going on here. A lot of stealing.
Let's see. Oh, he worked for the team as a film and video director, so they didn't steal it from underneath him, I guess. I don't know. What I'm concerned about is, does he have documentation of all this? Did he file for a trademark? Did he file anything with IP rights? Because I know that's what the legal teams are going to look at and what the court's going to look at. Does he have anything in writing that this is his?
I'm reading through it here. I read through it earlier. I'm not. That's a very good
I was going to say, I don't think. Doesn't seem like it was covered in the article that you cited here, because I did skim it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that we got to keep track of, I guess. Got a lot of suing for name, image, and likeness and logo designs and all that going on right now. A lot of intellectual property legalities up in the air as we speak. And I'm going to get into one here in a little bit as well. And this just another in a slew of suits that have come out in a different light than we expected, though, on the NFL side of things.
Oh, boy. Yeah, but I'm just making sure that because I fucked up on that last article. Yeah, I'm not seeing them having any trademarks or anything.
Yeah, no, I just know that that's what the legal team is going to look at. Point. You got to have it in. If I know anything about working as an accountant, you got to have shit in writing.
Yeah. Yes.
You got to have shit in writing. It doesn't matter if you have a handshake deal or a verbal agreement. I've dealt with CPAs and I've dealt with lawyers. You got to have shit in writing, and hopefully Mr. Bonds does, or excuse me, Mr. Pons.
But yeah, no, that's all I had. So we hope Jamarcus figures it out. Jim Pons gets his, hopefully all that gets figured out. I'll be back later on here for debate time, but we're going to go over to Trevor's news here and segments, and I'll see you guys later on here.
Sounds good, bud. Yes. And we're going to just jump right into free agency as a whole. And Josh Manners, if you're still listening, Penguins, are they rebuilding? What are they doing? What are they doing? Yeah. I'm not so entirely sure, because what did they just signed Aho. They're in rumors to sign Tarasenko, but their GM is making moves during the draft like they're rebuilding. Yes. I don't know what they're doing. I know what the Sabres are doing, and that's what the Sabres do every year, which is sign mediocre veterans that don't really do anything the following season. They just sign them to 1 and 2 year deals, and then they don't do jack shit. Yes. We'll see how that goes for my team. We'll see how it goes for the Penguins too. Yeah. I figured they'd be in a rebuilding stage at this point, but maybe the window's still open for a playoff appearance if everything falls right. But it's very, very dicey. I might speak more on it next week as we get further into NHL free agency. But this week, I did a lot of NBA free agency, looking at
A lot
that
of
type of
shit
stuff.
going on there.
A lot of stuff going there, and a lot of stuff going on with this team as well. If you
Yeah.
can tell. It's the Philly
Yeah, yes, sir.
jerseys.
Yeah.
And, my boy, Tyrese.
Love them.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can talk about NHL next week. So tune in,
Yep.
Mr. Manners.
Yes.
So, as I said at the start of the show, we're going to pay a little bit of homage to an old film. I forget who directed it, but props to whoever did. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Mhm.
And we're going to rate NBA free agency signings / trades / all the transactions that happen.
Yep.
Not all of them. I've extrapolated a few from. I made a list and I extrapolated a few that I wanted to talk about. So good, bad, ugly, or somewhere in between. DB, let's begin. We'll start right out of the gate because I want to talk about this signing as much as the next guy, and I think the entire NBA landscape has been somewhat shifted by this signing. Paul George signed a 4-year, $212 million max deal at 37 years old with the Philadelphia 76ers. This after basically a year of the Sixers trying to coax him out of LA. And it finally happened. And when news broke, I wasn't stunned.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's a Daryl Morey move, if I ever saw one. Signing a 37-year-old veteran who hasn't historically performed well in the playoffs to a max deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. You need to make a splash move because this might be one of your last shots as a GM for the 76ers to do so.
Yes.
It's very much a prove-it year for you.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So where are we at with Paul George? And I'll tell you this right now. I'm saying this is bad.
You want to do a 1 through 10 thing, or do you want me to just...
No, just good, bad, ugly, or somewhere in between. One of those four.
I think it's good. I like him as a player.
I'm not saying I don't, but if you want results.
Yeah. Bad, the ugly. Good, bad, the ugly. I'd go bad. I'm not going to say ugly. Bad. And maybe you won't get the production you're looking for, but I think leadership, Trevor, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think he's a good leader.
That's fair. Better than a James Harden, I'll say that.
He's just been in some shit situations. If you look back, I mean,
now if we make this deal 2 years ago, I might have a different answer for.
Oh, I'd say good.
Yeah, I'd absolutely say good. But he's 37.
I didn't realize he was that old.
He's 37.
God, we're getting old, Trevor. Jesus,
he is, I know.
God damn it! Oh, shit.
I mean, geez, it was the early 10s when he broke his leg with the Pacers. So it's like, wow. Yeah, he's been playing that long. He's been playing. He's 37 years old. Just signed a 4-year max deal. I'm saying bad.
Yeah, I'll go bad.
I
didn't mean to be long-winded there, but God, yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
On to another, somewhat involving the 76ers. This one involves a former 76er, and really, I just wanted to bring this guy up because he laid a goose egg in his final game with the 76ers, a playoff clinching game. Yes, for the Knicks. I see you, Captain Insano.
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris signed a 2-year, $52 million deal with the Detroit Pistons, making similar money to what he made as a Philadelphia 76er, obviously for much less prominent a franchise. This one could be ugly, and I think it is going to be ugly. Not necessarily because of Tobias, but just because of the state of that organization right now. They fired a coach that they literally signed for 5 years. They fired him after the first year, and then they signed a former Cleveland coach. Oh, what was his name? The former Cleveland coach that they just fired. I can't even remember.
Bickerstaff? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Bickerstaff.
Okay.
So Detroit's, at least in terms of basketball, in a good bit of shambles right now. So,
yeah, I don't know if he's the guy you would want to go after, Trevor. Probably a good locker room guy. Yes.
He's good in the commercials with the goldfish with Boban,
Yeah.
and I appreciate him and Boban's relationship. Mostly from Boban's perspective, just because he's kind of charming.
Yeah. I'll go ugly with you.
Ugly? Okay.
I don't know. Detroit's not the place you want to be right now for basketball.
No, not at all, good sir. Not at all. Not
Football,
at all.
yes, not basketball.
Football and potentially hockey soon, yes.
Yeah.
Detroit, the Wings picked up Patty Kane, so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, just for a year, I think. I forget what the terms of his deal was, but I think he's only there a year.
Okay.
Then one I was discussing with my resident Oklahoma City Thunder fan, and he honestly reflected glowingly on this deal, giving Oklahoma City some depth down low in addition to their young gun Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Hartenstein signed a 3-year, $87 million deal with the Oklahoma City Thunder after his contract with the Knicks expired. Granted, he doesn't have the strongest statistical profile in the world, but I can tell you, and yes, Captain Insano, you can tell me too, one tough SOB and a guy that can bang down low.
I'm going to go good.
I like that deal. I like that deal a lot. So I'm going to go good as well.
Yeah. They need some more cement. I'm not saying Chet can't get it done, but I think a more cemented center guy.
Yes.
That would be good.
Yeah. Someone to either spell him or to work in tandem with him.
Yes.
I think that would be good. You can't just have one guy getting all the rebounds.
Yes.
And the Magic were very active this in these last several days. And one of the signings that they made was a guy by the name and a former Laker, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Just keeps fucking going all over. He's a globetrotter.
No, it seems like it. He went from the Lakers to the Pelicans, yes? And then he went straight from there.
Yep.
And then he was on the Nuggets.
Yep.
And now he is a member of the Orlando Magic via a 3-year, $66 million deal.
Wow.
Okay. A little pricey.
Yeah, very pricey.
A little pricey for, I don't want to say a mid guy, but a guy that seemingly fits the Magic mold well. I think he'll fit that offense well. They're still somewhat young. They're pretty tenacious.
Yeah.
A lot of good effort guys on that team. And definitely the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So I don't know. I think he'll blend in well there, but in terms of the deal and what they paid for him, I'm just going to say indifferent.
I'll go bad.
You go bad. Okay.
Yes. The only reason is when he's on, Trevor, he can hit threes, but when he is off, it is a spell that'll go on for 5 to 7 games. He cannot hit shit.
Yeah. That's fair.
Even hit water out of a fucking boat. I mean, he's
couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm just being real. He's a hell of a ball player, but yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. Then on a couple of re-signings, the Boston Celtics, they retained their starting 5 in signing Jason Tatum to a long-term deal, 5 years, $314 million. They also signed Derek White, 4 years, $126 million. I love both of these deals.
I don't like Tatum.
As much as I hate the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I think Tatum's was too expensive.
Probably.
The production, Trevor, in these finals could have been a little better.
I understand that. But you got to have everybody show up for the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, even Iggy won a finals MVP and had to step up for Steph and Clay.
Wow.
So
yeah, no, I get it. I would have liked it at 5-year, maybe 250, maybe leave 100 mil to play with other people, but that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll go good on that. I think he means a lot to Boston. So it's not a bad move.
He does. I tell you where he does need to improve, though. He needs to improve in his winning the finals celebrations, because he ripped off a few characters in his celebratory. Holding the trophy like Kobe and Michael, doing the whole Kevin Garnett. What did Kevin Garnett say?
Well, like probably flip somebody off. I don't know.
No,
he's a nasty son of a gun, though.
And anything is possible. He said something along those lines in the same tone and manner.
Okay.
So, yes, you probably win a couple more finals. Especially if that core stays together, you could have a dynasty brewing. but next time around, maybe do your own thing and quit ripping off legends. Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Of course, the one I want to talk about, and I love this deal. If you're looking at the screen,
Oh yeah,
Tyrese Maxey.
yeah.
Been my guy from day one.
Mm-hmm.
I've expressed that to you and many others, and I will shout it from the heavens until I'm on my deathbed.
Yes.
Hey, you remember that guy Tyrese Maxey that I thought was going to be really good, and then he was really good? Yeah. Guess who called that?
Right.
And then I'll phone up my dad in heaven and say, hey, you remember that Tyrese Maxey guy that I said was going to be really good? Tell everybody about it. Yeah, he said that.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, he got 5 years, $204 million.
I think it's good. I think he's a young talent that can. I mean, fuck. No offense to Embiid, Trevor, but he held his own, man.
Oh yeah,
Maxey held his own. You know, so I mean,
got us through a pretty tough stretch when Embiid was
did.
hurt. When we faced tough part of our schedule this past year.
He did. So I mean, he has fucking balls on him. I'm proud of him. He deserves the deal.
Oh man, likewise, and another Calipari product. He just keeps churning those guys out. It's a factory down in Kentucky.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a factory that's kind of closing with Calipari going elsewhere. But
yeah.
Everything good must come to an end.
It's very sad, but
anyway, from a guy that I absolutely adore to a guy that I absolutely loathe, and have honestly, I've cut many a promo reaming this guy out.
Yeah.
Several times.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden re-upped with the Clippers, 2 years, $70 million. It gonna be ugly. Be ugly. Clippers, prepare to be more I shouldn't say more disappointed than you have been in your entire history. I mean, Christ, you had one of the he who shall not be named as your owner for a long ass time.
Yeah.
A slumlord.
Mm-hmm.
A slumlord named Donald, and I'm not talking about Trump.
Yep. Right.
I mean, I don't know how much worse it could really get, but Clippers, you ain't winning jack shit this year. I'm sorry.
I'd say ugly too, Trevor. The Clippers have always been, and it's not just coming for me because I'm a Lakers fan. They've just always been on the side of the spotlight, being in LA. And I think they make this deal to try to be like the Lakers, but this is not the guy you try to be like the Lakers with. Giving a big deal. He is a cancer, and he loves strip clubs too much.
He does. Well, he's in the right place for it, at least.
Well, right. Yeah.
L.A. I mean, Christ, if he could put a team in Vegas, I think that'd be.
Oh, he'd be there.
I think that'd be his wet dream. Yeah.
He'd be outside. He'd be outside the arena helping the construction workers.
Yes,
we got to get this done, boys. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's speed it up. Gets a residency in Vegas.
Yeah, he's at the fucking. I'm trying to think of the. Shit, I can't think of it.
What?
The Bellagio. He's outside the Bellagio.
Yeah. Caesar's Palace. Yeah.
Yeah, Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
You love it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. From a team that's seemingly going to regress to a team that's hopefully on the come up and trying to build their core, the Raptors signed one Emmanuel Quickley, 5 years, $175 million. I mean, this is the guy that was involved in the OG Anunoby trade, bear in mind. Had a good career, solid career with the Knicks, fit Thibodeau's mold pretty well.
It's just amazing. Some of these role kind of guys.
Trevor, that's what I mean. It's a little expensive. 55. It's a little expensive. 175. 5 years, 175. You don't like that one? I'm gonna say indifferent. I'm just gonna be indifferent toward that one. I don't really know how to judge Emmanuel Quickley because you can't really judge him based off of stats because his eye test is much better than the actual numbers that he puts up.
Right.
He's kind of like, I don't want to say he's a Pat Beverly on steroids, but he's kind of a better version of that, a less antagonistic version of that.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of indifferent, especially for a Raptors team just trying to find their way and knowing that contracts are just going to get more expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Last free agents, I guess re-signing that I want to talk about. Donovan Mitchell re-upping with the Cavaliers, 3 years, $150. You're a fan of Spydad Mitchell?
I do like Spider.
I do. I do as well. And I
I'll go-
like what he's done for the city of Cleveland.
I'll give it a good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one for Cleveland.
Yeah.
Getting a steady star in there now. Guy that's kind of, maneuvered his way to stardom
Mhm.
and just absolutely busts ass.
Yeah.
Then a couple of trades I actually wanted to talk about, and one we didn't cover last week, and it happened like a week and a half ago. A straight up trade between the Thunder and the Bulls. Alex Caruso for Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey going to the Bulls. Caruso to the Thunder. I like that one for the Thunder.
I like Alex Caruso. I wish the Lakers never got rid of him, but it is what it is. I think I think actually both teams make out okay.
I'm gonna say that's a pretty one for one type of a deal.
Same play style in a way.
Yeah, Giddey comes with a little bit more baggage.
Yeah. Well, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Kind of why I said, oh yeah, Oklahoma City, you kind of made out on that one. You get rid of the baggage and you get pretty much the same guy back.
Yeah.
Maybe a little older, a little more expensive, but
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And then one that just went down, I believe yesterday, a sign and trade between the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson to the Mavericks on a sign and trade. Klay getting a 3-year, $50 million deal there. And the Warriors trading away 2 second-round picks.
I don't think it's a bad deal. I think it's good.
Yeah, another guard in Dallas as well. Yeah. And not really a ball hog because he doesn't dribble a whole lot. He just shoots.
I think he's just another, weapon that could spread the floor.
Right. Yeah.
If Kyrie's not feeling it, or Luka's, that's just another guy in the corner.
Luka needs to spell it a little bit. Sure. You throw Kyrie at point, and then put Klay at 2, and you run that.
Yeah. Sounds like a pretty good fucking team, in my opinion. I know.
I was gonna say, if you're trying to contend again, they absolutely did the right thing there.
Yes. Yes.
And honestly, not too bad of a price for him either.
No.
3 years, $50 million. That ain't bad. And we know Cuban's got the money.
Yeah. He's a Cuban.
He's got the Shark Tank money. So
yes.
He's doing just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just fine. There were a few other trades that went down, but one that I want to talk about, because I wanted this guy to be on my team ever since the Sixers faced him in the playoffs a couple years ago. Mikal Bridges goes to the Knicks. And exchange the Nets got Bojan Bogdanovic, 4 unprotected first-round picks, a protected first-round pick via the Bucks, and an unprotected pick swap, and a first-round pick. So all of that for Mikal Bridges. Dolan is willing to spend whatever it takes to make his team good. And honestly, it could be a Jalen Brunson situation, but instead of like cash compensation, it's trade value.
Yeah. God damn.
And I know Bridges, he's the lone guy that made the Nets somewhat competitive in that first round series against the Sixers a couple years ago. I believe the Sixers, they either won it in 5 or swept the Nets, but a couple of those games are pretty competitive due to, Mikal Bridges just being all over the floor and doing essentially everything for that Nets team.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Did the Knicks pay a little too much? Yeah.
I think
absolutely they did.
Yeah.
But if you're the Knicks, I make that trade all day long. You need to win now. You want to win now, and you got to spend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and the Nets, they're looking to rebuild.
Yes.
And how do you do that? A shit ton of draft picks. I mean, They got an Oklahoma City style load of draft picks in one trade.
Fuck.
So I like with what both teams made out here.
Yeah.
I would have liked maybe another pick or two to go to the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm not complaining.
No.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Knicks fans in the chat, if you want to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think of Mikal Bridges coming to New York. well, staying in New York, just moving to a different borough, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all I had. Really, shit ton of other moves went down. Of course, the Sixers signed Andre Drummond, Nico Batum back with the Clippers. Trying to see who else here. James Wiseman to the Pacers on a 2-year deal, former number 2 pick.
Mhm.
Derek Jones Jr., a forward that came up clutch throughout Dallas's playoff run, signs the Clippers, 3 years, $30 million. A couple other re-signings. Kelly Oubre back with the 76ers. Let me see here. Gary Harris with the Magic, 2 years, $14 million. Mo Wagner back with the Magic, 2 years, $22 million. And Jonathan Isaac back with the Magic. Like I said, the Magic were pretty damn active.
Yes, they were.
5 years, $84 million. So
Okay.
not bad there. Seth Curry, the only notable release from the Charlotte Hornets. And then a couple of guys got their option declined. Evan Fournier got his option declined from the Pistons, so he's available. Russell Westbrook opted into his 1-year option. It's getting paid $4 million from the Clippers. And D'Angelo Russell back with the Lakers at $18.7 million. He opted into his player option.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah. Whatever the hell he did with Swiggy P in the back in the day, I enjoyed Russell though. I did. I really did.
No, I understand. In his prime, he was solid. He was very good.
Yeah.
A little bit past that now, unfortunately. But
well,
he's not. He wouldn't make 7 or 18.7 million any other place. So
right.
Don't blame him for that.
Yeah.
Then one notable retirement: Kemba Walker retired today.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Via an announcement on his X account.
Okay. Wow. I didn't even know he was still
Connecticut legend, and he's on the all-time Hornets team, so he must have done a few things right when he was in the NBA.
He could have been, yeah. It's just.
And by he's on the all-time Hornets team, I mean that in 2K.
Yes,
he's on the 2K team.
Yeah. No, I like his jump shot. I think he's
Oh yeah. So did fans of Connecticut basketball.
Yeah. But yeah. Switching over here, we're going to what's more likely, I believe.
Actually, I got some news to run through.
Sorry.
I wanted to kind of mix it up, get a segment in, and then I'll rip through some news, and then we'll go to what's more likely, and then the other segments that I have lined up.
Okay.
So let me scroll down to what I got here. Yesterday was a special day for Mets fans.
Yeah.
The annual Bobby Bonilla Day. In which they pay him $1.2 million of deferred salary from 2011 until 2035. So we're a little over halfway through that as we speak.
Jesus.
Got 12 more years after this year, or 11 more years after 11 more payments after this year. Yeah. So, and this was as a result of, instead of paying him $5.9 million in the year 2000. The Mets chose to defer that compensation and pay him $1.2 million from, like I said, 2011 to 2035. And you want to know the reason why they did that, Billy? They were invested. They were,
it's still one of the stupidest shit.
You know the reason, though?
No.
You don't know the reason?
No.
They were invested in a Bernie Madoff account that was making double-digit returns in the market.
Oh, God.
And we saw how that went down.
Wow.
Yikes. Where the SEC and the FBI didn't fail. Bernie Madoff.
Holy shit. That would be a Mets thing to do. Yeah.
Oh, it's the quintessential Mets thing to do. And we know several Mets fans that watch this podcast that are going to be punching their laptop or TV screens or whatever medium they're watching this through.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't enjoy, I often sympathize with the Mets, but I don't in this case. They made a stupid financial decision, and they are literally paying dearly for that as we go through all the way through 2035. Just to give you a sense of how rare this arrangement is, Pretty damn rare. Obviously, the latest to do it, Shohei Ohtani, who's only going to be making $2 million throughout his 10-year playing tenure with the Dodgers. And then the 10 years after that, making $68 million a year, which is just the most insane of these arrangements. Just to give a few other examples, Ken Griffey Jr. still getting paid $3.6 million a year. And that was all the way through this year as far as part of his 9-year deal with the Reds in the year 2000. Chris Davis going to be getting a staggered annual payments totaling $59 million all the way through 2037.
Jesus.
Max Scherzer receiving a total of $105 million. I don't know if that's on schedule or if that's staggered as well, but he's going to be getting that from the Nationals through 2028. Then Manny Ramirez collecting $24.2 million from the Red Sox in payments through 2026.
Jesus.
There was a few others, but those were the most notable. And the Chris Davis one is just baffling to me because he immediately fell off after getting his contract.
Fuck.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Stupid.
But anyway, and to compare Bonilla, what he's getting paid, that $1.2 million a year, to some of the guys that are, mashing and producing in the MLB today. Gunnar Henderson, who could win the AL home run title if, Judge gets hurt or if Gunnar just goes on a fucking tear and somehow passes him. He's getting paid $756,000.
Jesus.
Elly De La Cruz, Pirates fans know him very well, and we're going to be getting to know him very well as long as he's a Red. $742,000.
Christ.
And Anthony Volpe, young stud for the Yankees, $810,000.
Shit.
Yeah. He's getting paid more than those guys.
That's
to do nothing.
Just sit at
and
home.
When this comes to term in 2035, Bonilla will be 72 years old.
Fuck.
That's a hell of an annuity payment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Fuck.
No other reactions other than just shaking your head and saying, fuck.
It's just so stupid. It's just, I appreciate, to get to the MLB, I think it's quite hard.
Of course. Yeah.
It might be up there more difficult than maybe the NFL or NBA, but
partially because of the skill set that you need and the system, how it's structured,
the
with
grind.
all the levels of the minors. Yeah.
Yep.
We know a couple guys that know that grind very well.
I get that's just dumb. The backload and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ohtani, no offense, and I don't mean this. I don't want this to happen. But he could go out, Trevor, and fucking, just say fuck it, and he's going to get that money.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just that's just a lot of trust.
Well, I assume that there's some performance provisions within the contract. But
probably.
Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs.
Yeah, but it's just crazy to me. You could be Chris Davis and just shit yourself after you sign this contract and you're set.
Yeah.
It's just
former MVP, I believe.
Yeah.
Chris Davis. Actually, I'm going to verify that information before I move on here. Give me 1 second, please, and thank you. Because I know, literally once after he signed his deal, he just fell off a goddamn cliff and batted under 200 the next season.
Right.
Retired in the year 2020. No, he was only an all-star one time. Finished 14th in MVP voting in 2015, which was his seemingly his best season. Well, 2013 and 2015 were his best seasons. Around 50 home runs in each of those seasons and 138 and 117 RBIs, respectively, in the years following. Not so great. Hit 221 in 2016 and then never had more than 60 RBIs in any of the years following 2016. Utterly insane. He wasn't that old either. He was in his early 30s when he retired, 34. Jesus. So
whatever, man. Hey,
kind of nuts.
Yeah, whatever. God.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid you can't even get mad about it. Like I've never
No,
been
right. I
to
mean, as fans, we just get to sit back and watch these owners and the people writing the checks. They got to be sulking. They got to be looking back on these deals a little bit and saying, oops,
Stupid. Yeah.
oops.
Yeah.
Not the first time somebody in the major sports has made a stupid deal.
Yeah.
Won't be the last.
No. God, I just wish it could have been you or me, Trevor. You know, just fucking.
I'm not good at sports. I wish
I know,
was good at
but
sports.
you just think about
You
it.
were
Like,
you were somewhat good at sports. You were
no,
D1
but
runner.
just
So
just think about like if you made it there, and or any athlete out there, they make it,
Sure.
and someone puts that much faith in you,
yeah.
and you just completely, as a person though, and as an an ex-athlete, you got to feel like a piece of shit a little bit. Like you didn't produce. They gave you all that.
You gotta feel like a piece of shit until that direct deposit hits.
Well, right. I don't know.
Saying?
Good agents out there. We need those agents'
You know what I'm
names.
saying? That's literally how I feel with my job.
Right.
Like I'm
shit. Yeah.
You think I like tax accounting?
God.
No, there's a lot of aspects of the job that I don't like. But once that paycheck hits and, I can pay off a little debt and have some fun money, especially during these summer months. Yeah.
I just love
I feel a little bit better.
They would never give the access, but I just love them to give access to sit down over one of these contracts. And just like the reactions, that's never going to happen though. But
right. You'd love to be a fly on the wall for this.
Yeah.
Stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway, on to more positive things. We've been keeping track of the WNBA on this program. I don't think we mentioned them last week, but I'm going to bring them up this week because a member of the rookie class made a little bit of history.
Okay.
Angel Reese recorded her 10th straight double-double in a 70-62 loss to the Minnesota Lynx on Sunday. She got 10 points and 16 boards. She's averaging 13 points, 11 boards on the season for the Chicago Sky, who are still in ninth place in the WNBA standings. And she, well, not only is she doing so well, she beat out a pretty prominent lady, Candace Parker. Beat out her record for consecutive double-doubles in WNBA history. So already etching her name into the WNBA history books. Unfortunately, the team has not had the similar success that Angel Reese has had. They're 3-7 at home and 6-11 coming into tonight in matchup against the Atlanta Dream, which I think is still going on. I actually want to check the status of that game because I was keeping track of whether she was going to get another double-double or not. So let me check on that score real quick for you. Okay. That game did wrap up. The Sky did win 85-77. Kennedy Carter scored 26 points in that game. God damn. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Yeah, but let me see the box score here. Angel Reese, 12 points, 19 rebounds.
Huh.
So extending that streak to now 11 straight double-doubles in pretty good fashion. 19, but anytime you get close to the 2-0 in boards, you're doing pretty good. In shorter games, too. So excellent for her. Some people might not, like her attitude or how she gets along with Caitlin Clark, but regardless, she's a part of this rookie class that's going to be making a lot of history in the years to come. So
Correct.
Keep your eyes on her for sure.
Yes.
But Sky actually getting a win. 7-11 now. 7-11 for them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, two numbers that go really well together if you're in the mood for a Slurpee. Yes.
No. And the other thing too, did catch again to the viewers out there. If you're not watching WNBA, I have been watching it. I did catch the Fever against Phoenix. I don't know their actual fucking team name. I can't remember it now.
I forget what it is too. It's
Diana Taurasi or whatever the hell. Was watching her battle against Caitlin. That was a hell of a game. It was actually very enjoyable. So if you're on the fence of watching a WNBA game, it doesn't need to be Caitlin Clark's, playing in the game. Give it a chance. It's actually very, very good basketball.
It is the Phoenix
gotta throw
Mercury,
that.
by the way. I got it
Phoenix
right.
Mercury. It was good. It was a good fucking game, man.
Nice.
Deep threes.
Yep.
Deep threes.
Yeah. I haven't watched one since that Fever and Sky game that I watched a couple weeks back.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to get back into it, especially with the only thing on really being baseball at this point.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I love watching my Pirates. They're actually like in somewhat of contention this time around. They got a great pitching staff, so they might actually make some noise. But you know, I need multiple sports going on at once at all times. So
yeah, no, and I just have to say this to the schmucks out there that I've seen saying, "Well, it's a different size ball." They could still whoop your ass with a men's ball. I just want to throw that out there. They would fuck you up.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen Angel Reese mean mug her opponents. I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want. I think she's like 6'6" or something. I don't want that staring me down.
No. But anyways, any other news? Trevor?
Oh yeah, I got some just some Olympics.
Oh shit!
We're going to be getting into the Paris Olympics very soon here.
Hell yeah.
I don't know an exact date on that, but there's several advertisements out there on the likes of Peacock and NBC networks. Yeah. Keep an eye out for the Paris Olympics, please. They only come around once every 4 years.
One of my favorite
This is
things
the biggest stage ever for these athletes. So definitely give them a watch.
Yes.
And as I was talking to you before the show, I did not know the Bahamas had a national team for basketball, men's basketball.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, Buddy Hield's on that team.
Oh,
you didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
I didn't know he was. So is DeAndre Ayton and Eric Gordon.
Oh, well, it's not a bad big three there, not going to lie.
No, Eric Gordon's good. Eric Gordon's good. Yeah, I like him. But yeah, so the Bahamas, they were able to take a victory over Finland, who I also didn't really know played basketball.
They're just kind of there, yeah.
They're kind of there. But the Bahamas, they were able to get an 11-point victory over Finland, closing out that game on a 44-21 run. So they had to make a little comeback. And Ayton and Eric Gordon, they also contributed pretty well, scoring 19 and 16, respectively. Buddy Hield, I don't know what his stats were. I actually want to, I probably should have wrote that down, but you know. Hield scored 24 points. That's what he did. Yeah, he did pretty well. I only wish he could do that in NBA games. That'd have been nice.
Yes.
That'd have been nice. We could have used that in these past playoffs, but it is what it is.
Right.
It's what it is. But meanwhile, Slovenia wasn't able to keep up with Croatia and lost their opening round matchup in group play. And for those that don't know, group play, it's basically you're divided into groups of 3, and you do a round robin against those 3. And then, well, all the teams play each other. So then you have the top 2 teams who usually have the 2 wins out of that go to the Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my basic understanding of how it works. I think it's a little more complicated than that. And if you're interested, go look it up. But you're not going to get all that information from me. That's my basic rudimentary understanding of Olympic basketball.
Yeah.
But yeah, Luka unable to beat out Croatia. They lost to the Slovenian team lost to Croatia by 16. And Luka was still kind of dealing with some injuries that were lagging from the NBA Finals as well, so unable to contribute as much as he would have liked to. Some other notable results from there. Spain beat out Lebanon at 104-59. Of course, Spain, we know, they usually have a pretty good national team. Absolutely. Brazil beat Montenegro by 9 points, despite Nikola Vucevic going for 17 and 13.
Jesus.
Latvia handled Georgia. Yes, Georgia is a country. It's in the Middle East. 83-55. Then Chris Duarte scored 14 for the Dominican Republic in their 90-77 win over Egypt.
Wow.
And all of those teams that won, they could, I believe they all play like either tomorrow or Thursday. They could clinch a berth with a win, winning 2 games in the round robin of 3. That'll get you into the Olympics.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
very different. It's a different kind of makeup there. How y'all end up seeing them on your fucking TV in the actual Olympic
Mhm.
Games. It's very, you know.
So, just more on how that actually works. They're called Olympic qualifying tournaments, or OQTs. And according to what is it here, NBA.com, each OQT has 6 teams divided into 2 groups of 3. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the semifinals, and the winner of each OQT will qualify for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games.
Hmm.
6 teams in 2 groups of 3. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the semifinals. And the winner of each. Okay. Joining 8 teams that have already qualified. So if I'm understanding that correctly, I'm just gonna have to see how it plays out because I'm not too familiar with top 2. No, I'm literally just trying to map this out in my head. The top 2 teams from each group advance to the semifinals, and the winner of the qualifying tournament will qualify for. I'm guessing it's broken down like each group has a winner, and then that team goes to the Olympics. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not too familiar. I just need to see how to. Yeah. And I know you didn't know either.
I have no fucking.
Yeah, I usually just turn it on around the Olympics and see who's in it. I usually Slovenia's in it, Spain's in it. Obviously, Team USA just kind of dominates the field.
Yes.
But I know that's how that's handled with the European teams.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and 8 teams obviously have already qualified. France, United States, Canada, Australia, South Sudan, Japan, Serbia, and Germany.
Okay.
But for those other teams, so yeah, it looks like there's a Greece group A and B, a Latvia group A and B, and a Spain group A and B, as well as a Puerto Rico group A and B.
Okay.
Very interesting stuff. Then all these qualifying games go on from today until the 4th, and I believe that's when the semifinals begin.
Okay. No shit. Right on.
So,
okay.
Dig it.
Stay tuned. Yeah. See, catch games if you can catch them. Yeah.
And then that's all I had for news. Yeah, moving on. I guess we're moving on to the segments, right? What's more likely?
Sir. Yes, sir. All right, here we go, folks. If you missed it last week, we do have segment cover screens now.
We have segues.
Yes. Here we go. Let me hurry up and get down here. Throw that up real quick. Got to make them longer. But anyways, what's more likely with Trevor? Fuck.
So that like screen, it's only up for
10
timed.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So maybe next time hit music first and then hit that.
No, we're gonna do that.
Might be better, but
yes.
Either way, we're still figuring out this production side of it, ladies and gentlemen. We got the content covered, we got the discussion covered, but in terms of
if there's anybody out there,
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, if there's any college kid that's looking to go into graphic design or IT shit, you want to maybe do an internship. I don't know how credible this podcast would be with that. We would love to talk with you.
Could be a project.
Yeah, it could be a project.
Could be like a class project. Yeah.
But anyways, go ahead, Trevor.
So going to be bouncing around all kinds of different sports with this one, because we're not really in a particular season, so to speak. We're in obviously NBA, NFL, NHL off season. Only of the 4 major sports going on right now is MLB. And, this is kind of an unusual year in that we're going into the Olympics. So I dive into that.
Yep.
And I dive into something we've been covering a little bit more recently. I have a wrestling one for you, too.
Very nice.
Yeah. We are us wrestling fans. We like to debate shit.
Yes.
And when shit doesn't go our way, we cry about it on Twitter.
Very pissed off, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Well, hey, your boy got a win last night, though.
He did get a win. It was
beat his bastard kid.
Yeah, it was very interesting how that all played out, but
that's not part of the question, but yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait for that to come to a head. That'll be when Rhea Ripley comes back. That'll be great.
Yes.
But anyway, starting with an NFL one for you. Who's the more likely former Steelers wide receiver to be the better wide receiver for their respective teams? And I'm going with poverty receivers here. Chase Claypool for the Bills or Allen Robinson II for the Giants? Who's going to be more productive this season?
Claypool.
Claypool?
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. Allen Robinson, I'm not sure what the hell's wrong with him. But
Claypool's a 5th receiver on that depth chart, bud.
I still think he might have, yeah.
I saw an article today that I didn't read it, but the headline said, is Chase Claypool the best receiver on the Bills right now?
He used to be the Mapletron. Okay.
He
used to be the fucking
worst
guy.
jersey purchase of my life.
Well,
and I'm saying that about a former Notre Damer.
Correct. So. Yeah. Allen Robinson, I'm not sure if it's just not quick off the line, Trevor, or it was Kenny Pickett's inability to throw the goddamn ball. But
a little bit of both, probably.
I didn't even know he was on the field at times.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Right.
That's not good.
Right. Yeah. Didn't have I think he had like 40 receptions last season. Wasn't great for us.
Maybe
looking
yards.
at the Bills depth chart here, not really a clear number one. I guess you got Shakir, Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, MVS, and then Chase Claypool in that order on the depth chart.
Yeah,
so I can see where you're coming from with that, and I'll say Chase Claypool as well.
I see him jumping a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He's not going to be Mapletron, but
no,
in terms of, producing more than Allen Robinson II, I could easily see that.
Shit show.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. So we talked about these two gentlemen earlier, gave them both good ratings on their respective re-signings with their teams. Who's more likely to be the higher impact re-signing for their respective franchise, Tyrese Maxey or Donovan Mitchell? Bear in mind, Cleveland, you're dealing with a new coach as
I'd say Max.
I guess Philly's technically Nurse's only in his second year, but anyway.
Yeah, I'd say Maxey. Not because you're, Sixers fan. I think there's more consistency that could come out with him.
I agree.
Mitchell.
Yeah.
I don't even. There's just some of these questions are making me think tonight, Trevor. Fuck. Mitchell, he could be a super.
Man, that's the idea.
What happens with him? He kind of. I don't know. I don't even have a word for it. When he was
in inconsistency, like he just. He's not really a choker. He just
shits himself. It's like a Mitch Trubisky a little bit.
A little bit better version of that.
A little better version. A way better version.
A way better version, but in the big moments, he turns into that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it from a longevity perspective. Mitchell, 3-year deal. Maxey, what did I say? You got a 5-year deal?
5-year. Yeah.
5-year deal. So I'm just thinking from that perspective and longevity in terms of their career path and their career length. I'll say Tyrese Maxey as well. From a pure production standpoint, it could be Mitchell. It could be Mitchell, but over the term of their respective deals, Tyrese Maxey over 5, Donovan Mitchell over 3. Probably got to take Tyrese.
Okay.
If you go on a per season basis, that answer might differ.
Yeah.
But if you take it cumulatively, probably got to go with Maxey. Yeah. So not the only thing, but the main thing going on with MLB right now, not a whole lot of stories floating around other than the All-Star game and All-Star voting. It's in the semifinals of it now. I guess like the top vote getters, and you're down to so many guys that you can choose from for the All-Star voting, which I did vote on it. And I wanted to bring up a couple of guys from a team that's just exploded these past couple years and could potentially contend for a division title if they get hot at the right time. Talking about the Baltimore Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about two guys that are in battles with respective Kansas City Royals for all-star spots.
Okay.
And so I wanted to ask you which of these two gentlemen is more likely to miss out on starting in the all-star game.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Gunnar Henderson, who's facing off against Bobby Witt of the Kansas City Royals for the shortstop spot, or Adley Rutschman, who is facing off with Salvador Perez of the Kansas City Royals for the catcher's spot. And for their money, Bobby Witt, 312 average, 12 home runs, 54 RBIs, 897 OPS. Salvador Perez, 281, 14 homers, 52 RBIs, 824 OPS. Rutschman, 294 average, 15, 55, and an 821 OPS. Gunnar, 288, 26, 58, and 988 OPS.
Shit. Bang for my buck here, Trevor. I'm going Adley and Gunnar.
What? No, who's more likely? Who's the more likely Oriole to miss out on?
Miss out.
The question. Yeah.
Oh God.
Again making you think, brother. I don't mind these long pauses.
Maybe Perez. Maybe.
You think Rutschman's gonna lose to Perez?
Yeah.
Voting?
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. Yes. Although I think there might be a good bit of favoritism with, Bobby Witt's pretty popular guy coming out of Kansas City. That's what concerns me.
Yes. I kind of want to stay away from Bobby. Yeah. Witt. He's kind of just young buck. He's kind of the fucking guy. I mean, what we were just talking about, forget what team was potentially going to pick him up, Trevor. Fuck it. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Bobby Witt?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we were talking Bo Bichette to the Dodgers. I think.
Yeah, it was Bo Bichette. My bad. Yeah. No, yeah. But, yeah, I stick with what I...
Rutschman, more likely to miss out.
Yeah.
Sorry for the confusing
No,
word.
you're good. No, you're good. No, it's just they're all good players. I don't want to disrespect any of them.
They could all make the All-Star game. It's just who's going to start.
Yeah.
Who's going to start?
I would have to say that. Yeah.
I'd like to see all four of them make the All-Star game, though. I just found it interesting too that they were both battling Kansas City Royals. It's like Royals versus Orioles.
Yeah.
At those two positions.
No shit.
So
it's fucking nuts.
Yeah. No Pirates are up for.
Yeah, fuck.
Are up for the semifinals in the voting. I guess how it worked was there was an initial period of voting, and then the highest vote getters moved on to the semifinals, and now we're determining who's starters. For a lot of positions, they narrowed it down to 2, and I think it was for outfielders they narrowed it down to 5.
Oh.
Pitchers are determined by a player and manager vote, not by fan vote, whereas positions are by fan vote.
Okay. So shit.
Yeah, found that
fucking learning shit tonight, man. I never fucking knew, man.
Oh, me too. Me too. I figured might as well be a learned night.
Yeah.
Might as well be a learned night. We got all the time in the world, man.
Yeah.
So, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Circling back to the Olympic Games. 2 legendary athletes. One of them we've already talked about on this program, and another one I want to talk about, Katie Ledecky.
Yep.
And if you look up any of her all-time swimming records in her respective events, she's usually she's usually all of the first 15 to 20 names to pop up on the times, on the time sheets. And of course, Simone Biles, legendary in her own right. And she won, 4 golds and a bronze medal in Rio in 2016. Not quite as successful in 2020, but, looking good so far and just qualified for the Olympics.
Yep.
Then Ledecky looking to break the all-time record for gold medals by a woman, she would break Jenny Thompson's record, who has 8 gold medals. Ledecky has 7 as we speak. And she could, if she wins 3 of her 4 events, if she wins, medals in 3 of those 4 events, she could pass Jenny Thompson in total medals. Ledecky has 10. Jenny Thompson has 12.
Oh, wow.
Ledecky confirmed to be in 4 events this year. I did not write down which 4 those were, but it's confirmed that she will be in 4 events this year. Simone Biles, I don't know how many events the women's gymnastics team goes through, but I know coming off of her 2020 Tokyo performance where she only won a silver and a bronze medal, figuring that, might prompt a little bit of discussion with this question.
Yes.
Who's more likely to win more gold medals, Katie Ledecky or Simone Biles?
Oh.
And you have to factor in the limitation on Ledecky only being in 4 events. A lot of factors you got to weigh in here.
I mean, I watched her in the trials.
Didn't she win by 20 seconds in one race or some bullshit?
Fucking
something stupid.
Yeah. I got to go Ledecky here. No
Ledecky. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. There's a lot of, and we don't need to really touch on. Just Simone's been through a lot of shit. So I hope she gets back to where she belongs. But mentally,
likewise.
A lot of heavy shit going on around her.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. That's
no disrespect to her. She's the goat.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, Michael fucking Jordan knows gymnastics.
She's the queen. She's the queen. Undisputed.
Yeah, fuck. I mean,
when you say gymnastics, you automatically think Simone Biles.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's such a sweetheart. You can't not root for her. You know what I mean?
There, people find ways not to.
Mm-hmm.
People find ways not to. I would say Simone Biles, though. I think she has a comeback. I think she has a comeback Olympic performance.
Revenge tour. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say she wins 3 and Ledecky wins 2.
Okay. I'm good with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And Ledecky, even with that, Ledecky would, like I said, pass, she would pass Jenny Thompson for the gold medal at that point. She needs 2 of them. Jenny has 8, Ledecky has 7.
Yeah.
Then if she just medals in one of the other 2 events, she'll set the all-time women's record for medals, crazy. Olympic medals. So she could still do that, but win less than Simone Biles, win less gold medals than Simone Biles, and I think that's what's going to happen. So I'll say 3 and 2 Biles wins.
Okay.
Then part of a question that I actually messed up last week, talking about the WNBA again, kind of rehashing what I talked about last week, but integrating what I actually wanted to integrate into this question. What's more likely? The Indiana Fever make the WNBA semifinals, or you finally get into Star Wars?
Fever.
Come on.
I can't do it.
You're not.
I can't.
No?
No.
Why not?
No, and I am surrounded. I am surrounded around Star Wars lovers. I can't.
Is it the modern ones? Is it the modern
ones? No. It's just, I think
because ever since Disney picked it up from George Lucas, they have gone and fucked with it so much, it makes me mad. I didn't know if that turned you off.
No. I was more of I liked Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings.
Yep, I know several of those folks.
Now, if I didn't watch those back, Trevor, I feel like I got to be at the beginning. Like if I'm not at the beginning of watching some saga shit, and I'm like way behind.
Oh, so you have to be there
at the start.
From the start.
Okay,
you like can't catch up after.
Nah.
What is it? It's like 10 or 11 movies and several spin-off series of canon. You can't jump on after that.
Jesus Christ.
It's a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot.
It's no disrespect. I respect the storyline and the characters and or all that shit. But I can't do it. No offense to any Star Wars lovers out there. It's not stupid. You know what I mean? I can't do
well,
it.
like you just said, you have your nerd shit too.
I do. I'm weird. Weird shit.
Yeah. You look up weird in the dictionary. I'm pictured right next to it.
I mean, how many people on here think I play Minecraft? It's a fucking child's game.
That is true. You get into that too. I don't even get party invites when you go to Minecraft.
Very serious.
Yeah. Of all the things to like be super serious about.
Very serious.
Yeah.
And we have a
interesting
mutual friend on there I do not allow to come in because
right.
Shit up.
Yeah. No, I understand. Minecraft. Okay. Minecraft, but no Star Wars. Got it. Sticking with basketball.
Yeah.
And I'll say the Fever too. You kind of convinced me. That, you're just not going to get into it. And there's too much to catch up on. I get it. Yeah. And if you watch the original movies first, which is what I did, because I was there. I think I got into it while I was in college. Someone took me to, I think it was like The Rise of Skywalker or something. And I immediately caught up with everything during like a spring break or a weekend or whatever. And I've been massive fan ever since. I even have posters of Anakin Skywalker and Yoda.
Right.
Display metal posters, which are solid, by the way. They don't pay me to tell you that. Oh, wow. They're a little pricey, but they are very good, easy to hang, very durable, good quality as well.
Yeah.
Display. Go look those up.
Okay.
But like I said, since Disney picked it up and what they've done with the likes of The Rise of Skywalker with Rey and Ashoka, calling R2D2 as a lesbian, like
it got weird.
It got very weird. And that interview with the guy saying Anakin blew up the Death Star.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think even you know who blew up the Death Star, right? You don't know who blew up the Death Star, do you?
No,
you don't.
It's not even to piss you off.
I
really don't.
I understand. I trust that you're being genuine. You're being genuine. You're fine.
I got to say it. Doug is, everybody that watches this that knows me personally, very close friend.
Yes.
He is all about it. I would sit there for hours and let him just
ramble.
And I wouldn't know any goddamn thing that, like, I don't know. I'm sorry to hear that happen.
Got you.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's not you. It's Disney.
Emotional. It's emotional connection that the people have, and I think that's the beauty. And George Lucas, I will give him flowers.
Star Wars needs its daddy back.
Yeah.
Star Wars needs George Lucas.
Sad that he did that, but But anyways,
I got myself on Star Wars, and here we are 10 minutes later.
That's all right.
Anyway, sticking with basketball related stuff, even though that last question was more basketball adjacent.
Right.
Who's the more likely Lakers pick to work out? Dalton Connect or Bronny James? And I don't know if you saw, but JJ Redick coming out and basically saying nepotism wasn't a factor. Bronny earned his spot, blah, 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 blah.
Yep, that's fun. JJ, you should go into politics after you're done being with the Lakers. Anyways.
He just might. He might be one of those Charlie Kirks or Ben Shapiro's.
Well, he must already have Jeannie Buss's ass cheeks on his lips. Anyways, I'm going with Dalton Connect. I guess that's in the contract. My bad.
That's not PG.
That's a binding contract.
Is it?
I heard.
Is that how he signed it?
Yeah.
Is that how he signed it?
He
tongued her ass.
I had so many people have so many issues with the comments that I made last week in regards to that. That is bullshit. We should have not took him. And I understand LeBron's done for the game, and you could be on the right side or left side of it. I don't like him. I don't like LeBron.
You got to bear this in mind, too.
Yeah.
We're talking about a kid whose heart stopped in Bronny James and then came back to basketball. So there's a little bit of that, too.
It happened with Shaq's kid. Where's Shaq's kid? You know what I mean?
Also
he's at home.
Point. Also a good point.
I don't know.
Where's Zaire Wade? His heart didn't stop, but where's Zaire Wade?
Where's Jordan's kits didn't work out. I don't know. I
know.
hate that. I hate that. There was so many better fucking players, Trevor.
I understand.
Whatever. Well,
you don't want a guy that averaged 4.8 a game. I get it.
Well, remember, I sent you his teammate on USC compared to him.
Yes, you
what
did.
Are we even talking
the
about?
The other guy went undrafted. Yeah. I forget his name. I forgot to save that post, but yeah.
It's all about
average triple the points.
I just wish American sports were about a kid's dream, not feeding off the back of a name. Pisses me off.
Yeah.
Make your own way. And the kid's not going to make his own way because this fucking stooge that only averaged 3.2 points a game is on the Lakers, Trevor.
4.8, but
4.8. It's terrible.
Did you just throw your pen?
I'm so angry about it because people are like, it's terrible. He deserves a chance too. I'm like, his dad's a billionaire. He could just shove him in some investment firm wherever the hell he went. Whatever.
Yeah,
it's over. Just What do you think on this? I'm sorry.
I gotcha.
Very passionate about it. It pisses me off.
I've taken you through a roller coaster of emotions with these questions, and I'm loving every second of it. I got to be honest with you. Yeah. Dalton Connect as well.
He's a good.
Yeah. I think he's got a better skill set. Had a little bit more success in college. A little bit more pro ready, so to speak. Than Bronny. I heard it. And I think the viewers heard it as well. And if they didn't hear it, they can rewind 10 seconds from this point and watch it back and hear it back, I guess. But anyway, last one, and this is the wrestling one that I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
I know you watch Raw. You watch SmackDown too, yes?
Try to usually watch SmackDown on Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday afternoon. Watch.
Okay. Oh, so you record it, then watch it back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. Unless there's a PLE, then you got to watch that.
Yeah.
And
yes.
Yep. But anyway, you've been keeping track of the whole Bloodline storyline and Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton and Kevin Owens and all that good stuff.
Yep.
I will say this: what they did to Paul Heyman,
bullshit.
They will pay dearly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Roman will come back and bury Solo Sikoa further down than the Undertaker.
Yep.
So, and I don't mean that in wrestling terms. I mean he literally might have a buried alive match and bury him under a pile of dirt for what he did to Paul Heyman.
Correct.
But anyway, my question's not about that. My question's about Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, living out the American dream, living out the dream that his father unfortunately could not live out, finished his story at WrestleMania 40, all that hullabaloo, carrying the company on his back at this point.
Yes.
Well, I shouldn't say carrying on his back, more like pulling it forward, along with several others that have emerged into the main events.
Mm-hmm.
Who's more likely to dethrone Cody Rhodes? Randy Orton, Solo Sikoa, or someone else?
Dethrone.
Who's more likely to beat him? Because you had something similar happen with McIntyre and Orton in 2020 when McIntyre was champion. Orton won it, and then McIntyre had to win it back, prove himself. Do we have something similar with that, or is it same old with Rhodes just carrying the title through on to the next Mania?
I could see Randy turn heel.
You see the way he's been looking at him lately?
I know. That's what
He said, Cody Rhodes said, I should be defending the title. Randy Orton's like,
yep. I think he turns heel.
Oh, I love Randy Orton as a heel.
I do. Yes.
Yeah. Him when he punted Vince McMahon's head. Bald Randy Orton, menace.
Yep.
He's not. I don't think he's bald right now, but he can still go. He can still go. And I think it would just make sense for their history as well. Way back in the day, legacy and shit coming full circle. I think that would make the most sense.
Yep.
I'm gonna say someone else though.
Okay.
I think they throw a curveball at us. I don't know if Orton would want that I think he would rather put Rhodes over.
Okay. I just think both of them have a legacy in the wrestling world.
Yeah.
That would really, you could fucking really build off of that. You know, Randy's dad, Grandpa actually too.
Yep.
And then Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
That'd be something.
Well, I mean the group too with.
The group too. Yeah, way back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right after that. That's when I stopped.
Right. Yeah. Likewise, I got into my teenage years where I'm like, oh, this is fake. This isn't cool. And then I literally got back into it as COVID was happening and nothing else was on.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, people that say, oh, you still, why are you watching that shit again? I'll tell you right now, it's hot. It is hot.
It is hot. It is hot.
Now.
It's mainstream.
It is mainstream. Twitter, X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It literally gets taken over every Monday and Friday that's on. Or
and watch a premium live event, PLE. Watch one of those international crowds go nuts for this shit and realize how spoiled we are.
They got the chance going.
I know. I say this all the time. Europeans are much more intelligent than we are just based off of their sports chants.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It's
Gets me fucking goosebumps. What we were watching? What?
Your father is a wanker. A wank. Yeah.
Clash. It was a clash. What? Clash at the Castle. I was watching that.
In Scotland. Yeah.
This is fucking whoa. Okay.
Oh, Drew McIntyre. Yeah. They had some rhythm to it. It wasn't like, when you hear at football games, defense, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Ooga booga, defense, dun, dun.
And they were all on point together. Like there was not any distance. They were fucking choreographed to T, man.
They were good.
No, good shit. Good. Yeah. Oh fuck! All right.
Anyway, I got us through that. I still got 2 segments here, and you still got yours right after that.
We're having a good time.
We are having a good. We're probably gonna go 2.5 here, but that's okay. If you're, it's basically the length of a Joe Rogan podcast. If you watch Joe Rogan, you can watch us too.
Right. Yeah.
Thankfully we only got one conference to run through in License to Sicko.
Okay.
And maybe put up the little Chiron this time.
Yes. No. Oh, wait, I'll do that. Yeah. Hold on here. All right. License to Sicko here.
You got to hit multiple buttons.
And that fades out, and then we'll throw it up there. There we go.
Boom.
Oh, shit. Seriously, if you're good at IT, talk to
you should work for WWE, Billy.
No.
Okay.
I'd be too starstruck to be like fucking Rey Mysterio.
That's
press the button. Press the fucking button.
Pyro.
Hold on. Let me. Okay. Yeah. Fuck. All right.
Anyway,
we made it. We're here.
Yes. Welcome to this week's edition of License to Sicko. And if you don't know what this is by this point, go watch our previous episodes. Bitches, I'm not here to educate you on a segment we've been doing for several weeks.
Yes.
We're just going to dive right into it this week. Yep. We're covering only one conference from the 2023 conference format, the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, it's the Pac-2 now. A lot of these teams got involved in the realignment. But I did just learn today the Online Dynasty trailer dropped.
Oh.
And you can have custom conferences.
Oh, shit.
You can align it yourself. You can add, subtract. You can do it by I'm pretty sure you can do it by geography. You can make your own conferences, basically.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And I did learn as well, I think it's like 25. You can have 25 different online dynasties going at once.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so you can make a lot of teams' dreams come true, whether you want to take the hard route with UMass and try and build that program from shit to salad, basically, or if you want to take a team that's been almost there, like the teams that we're fans of, Penn State, Notre Dame, that's been almost there, but hasn't been able to break through that glass ceiling. You can do that too. Highly recommend going to watch that trailer too. Kirk Herbstreit narrates it. It's beautifully done. It's beautifully
Yeah.
done. I've 2 more weeks. 2 more fucking weeks.
2 more weeks. Yep.
Anyway, Pac-12 with license to sicko.
Yep.
Starting out with the national runner-up last season, the Washington Huskies.
They already tasted it. I'm going to go 6 there, Trevor.
I have a 6 as well.
Mhm.
I have a 6 as well.
Mhm.
I think, their coach left, and I don't know who they got coming in for the next recruiting class. Penix was obviously drafted. Odunze and a couple others were drafted. So I don't know who. And I don't really have an attachment to that team. So it's like,
No.
whatever. Cool. Oregon, the Ducks.
I really like them.
Likewise. I liked Bo Nix when he was there.
I'll go.
Even like the Marcus Mariota days. I liked them then too.
Yeah. I'll go 8.
I have a 7.
Okay.
I have a 7. Yeah, pretty simpatico there.
Mm-hmm.
Team that finally got on the rise in the last year of the Pac-12, Arizona.
Ooh, Sun Devils.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
That's Arizona State.
That's Arizona State.
Arizona,
Okay.
I think, is the Wildcats.
Wildcats. Yeah. High School Musical. I'm just kidding. Let's go.
All in this together.
Yeah. So I'll go fucking.
You
6.
won't have to hear me sing ever again on this podcast. I can.
You could. We'll go 6 on them.
6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they are the Wildcats. I was just confirming that.
Okay.
I have them at an 8.
Okay.
I have them at an 8. A team that's been building its program for a long time finally had a good season. They might get lost in the shuffle with the realignment. I forget what conference they went to, but I know it's going to be a little bit more competitive than the Pac-12.
Okay.
So, Oregon State, the Beavers.
7.
I have them as a 7 as well.
Yeah.
I have them as a 7 as well. I don't know why. I just like the Oregon teams for whatever reason.
Yeah. I like the culture they have, and
plus I see a lot of them on Pac-12 After Dark, and
Yep.
they get a lot of exposure. So I've kind of seen how their game is, and I'd like to see that. Utah, the Utes.
Oh, that's tough. Not really ever going to probably touch this team in the game. I'll go 5.
It's same here.
Yeah.
Same here. Style of play, they're tough, they're physical.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, to me, they don't really have a whole lot of appeal.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what you think of this next team, being a fan of the teams that you are, and me being the teams that I am. And the one good thing to come out of this school was Troy Polamalu, University of Southern California.
4.
I gave them a 1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was
shit.
I did forget about Polamalu while I was doing this, because I literally just go off of instinct.
Yeah.
And then, on here, I'm like, oh, why did I give him that score? Then I'm like, oh, subconsciously, I guess I thought about this, and that, and the other thing. I did not think about Polamalu, so I'll put him up to a 2.
And I just, being a kid, I really, as much as I hated them because of Penn State, I really enjoy watching Reggie Bush. He was fucking just phenomenal, man. So
Right. Never should have taken away his Heisman.
No.
Rightfully so. They gave it back to him recently.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Juju Smith-Schuster also came out of.
Cool.
Good for us for a couple years.
TikTok, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Corvette. Cal. It's next on the list. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they're kind of just there too, Trevor. But we'll go 6. We'll go 6. A little higher numbers tonight.
Yeah, that's good. I'm trying to confirm if that's where Aaron Rodgers went to school. That's where
I think you're right on.
Went to school. I think so. Let me see. Yeah, that was. That was Cal. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, he went to Butte first, and then he went to Cal. That's why I got mixed up with that. But yeah. Sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, 6 on them. Yeah.
6. I gave him a 4.
Okay.
Not really.
Hmm.
Not really a whole lot of attachment to that school. A school that I kind of like. I like a lot of the prospects that have come out of here. UCLA, and I obviously I respect the basketball history.
Yeah. Bonnie said beat him in the tournament years ago.
Yes.
I will go here though because of the history. I will give them a 7.
7. I like
Yes.
it. I like it. I gave them a 5.
Okay.
I gave them a 5. Not terribly high on them. Arizona State.
Arizona State. Now those are the fucking Sun Devils.
Those are the Sun Devils. Yes, those are the Sun Devils.
I
And
don't
I
know why
actually
I
had
like
I had a close friend graduate
Yes.
from here, get a master's.
Yes.
So I was able to see their campus. Very nice. Very nice. Right in the middle of the desert. It's
Yeah.
dry, and when it gets cold, it gets cold. When it gets hot, it gets hot. No ground to absorb, like no grass to absorb anything. So it's like it's quite the adaptation, really.
I'll go 5.
I gave him a 3.
3. Yeah, they're just
Yeah. A 3. I don't know.
yeah.
Again, not a school I get a lot of exposure to. This next one I got plenty of exposure to in my lone trip to South Bend to watch my beloved Irish play.
Mhm.
I've ranted about this game before. And not only that, the likes of Christian McCaffrey and Toby Gerhardt tearing us apart in the late aughts and early 2010s. Stanford Cardinal.
Let's see here. 3.
I gave them a 1.
Okay.
They don't have any redeeming qualities. No beloved Steelers came out of that school, so
No.
can't stand them. Can't stand them. And but
Sherman.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Very much a biased. Well, I mean, all of this is biased, but there was a little bit more bias factored into that rating for me.
Yeah.
And there's a decent amount of bias factored into these next couple as well. Wazoo, Washington State.
Washington State. Really don't. To the viewers out there, if any of your family or anybody went there, it's no disrespect. I just really don't give a shit about some of these schools. So I'm going 2.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's no sentimental value. There's no.
Well, there is with me, and I'll tell you
Okay.
why.
Okay.
I'll be straightforward here with you. I'm at a 9.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I'm at a 9. Yeah. So we're very. This might be the most diametrically opposed we are on any school during these rankings. No, don't apologize. That's why I let you go first.
All right.
That's why I do them beforehand, and then
All right.
I let you do them. I'll tell you why. They have a very passionate fan base, and you see their flag at every single game day. There's one guy that travels to every game day location and waves that flag.
Mm-hmm.
For that guy alone, I think I would have given them a 7.
Okay.
But I do have a bit of a sentimental attachment to them as well, which pushes me to a 9.
Okay.
So I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the last one for the Pac-12, the most hyped 4-8 team in college football history, Colorado Buffaloes. Depends. Your opinion on Coach Dion or Coach Prime weighs in heavily on this one. At least it did for me.
I did not like the way he went about it, so I'm going 2.
I have that as a 2 as well for that same reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucked over a lot of young men.
That he did. He did.
Yeah.
Right. So running down the list, we got the Washington Huskies at a wine hangover, average score of 6. Oregon, 7.5. We just got the flu for them. Arizona and Oregon State, we got food poisoning for those guys, just at a 7. Then the Utah Utes at a 5.5, just a wine hangover for those guys. USC, I was hoping we'd be a little lower, but we're at an average score of a 3 with migraines. Cal, we got average score of 5, just a fever for those guys. UCLA, average score of 6 with a wine hangover. Arizona State, average score of 4 with a common cold. I just said Arizona State. Stanford with an average score of 2, no symptoms there. Washington State, 5.5 average score with a wine hangover. Then the Colorado Buffaloes with an average score of 2. We both gave them 2s. No symptoms there either. So nothing above a 7.5 with the Pac-12 here, buddy.
No.
Pretty amazing, and that would be Oregon.
They're
at the highest score. They're the most. It would be the most sick for them out of the Pac-12, in our humble opinions, to win the Natty with the Ducks. Interesting. Yeah. I was hoping Wazoo would be way higher, but I guess you don't fucking like them. So.
No, and there was more than just football with Oregon. That's why I gave
True.
Yeah.
The basketball team went on a legendary, I think it was Final Four, or they might even made the Natty one year.
Yeah, Steve Prefontaine.
Yeah. Nice poll. Good poll.
Very influential in my. Just his quotes. If anybody doesn't know who he is, just look him up. Died terribly in a car accident. Fucking sad as shit.
Unfortunate.
Yes. But no, next week, Trevor licenses sicko. Who do we have?
The Southeastern Conference, the SEC.
It's going to be very interesting next week.
That one's going to be very interesting. And then the following week, the game comes out.
Yep.
And if you pre-ordered it like I did, you get, I think it's 3 days early access.
Yes, sir.
You bet your ass I'll be on there. And I'll plug this right now. I've started streaming. I started Twitch.
Video games.
Yeah, video games.
All right.
I've only played baseball so far.
Okay.
I'm holding out all games. I know you and a couple others bought the WWE game because it was on sale. I'm just holding out for college football because I'm literally going to put all my eggs in that basket when it comes out. So, But in the interim, I wanted to get used to the Twitch streaming.
Yes.
At SmortTrevor603 on Twitch. If you want to, give me a watch, drop a few comments in there, ask questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Point in the right direction.
Yeah. There you go.
The opposite. I know. So it's
me?
tough.
No, him.
Yeah. No, I mean, Billy, if you want to join us, I can enable the party audio and we can just broadcast the party audio.
Yeah, that would be something, huh?
I'd probably get canceled within a couple days, but it'd be a fun ride.
It would be a fun.
Like Wolf of Wall Street, be a very fun ride. Wouldn't last long though.
Definitely need to buckle up for safety on that ride. But anyways,
after our post-segment tangent, time to transition into the next segment, which is NFL schedules.
Okay.
And I know we're running a little bit long here, so we'll try and move this fairly quickly.
Yeah. No, all right. Let's see here. We do not have music yet, but we will add music. Here you go.
I was going to say, we're about halfway through the segment, and you're about to...
And I lift up the goddamn... Look at this. Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, there we go. We got it. No music, just plain Jane voiceover with Trevor just absolutely rambling.
Yeah.
But anyway, this week we got the other half of the NFC West. We're talking Rams and Seahawks, two very interesting teams here that their seasons could go any which way under the sun.
Yep.
Depends, of course, on a lot of variables, injuries, coaching, and all the rest that you encounter throughout an NFL season. So we'll just dive right in here. Who do you want to start with?
Let's go Seahawks.
You want to start with the Seahawks?
Yeah.
I like it. I think when I filled this out, I did the Rams first. So I think I based my those intermittent games between the Rams and the rest of the division. Seahawks went last. But anyway, so let me pull their schedule up. I believe I have it up. So let me get it to the right page here. Okay. So, okay. All right. Awesome. So first 3 weeks for Seattle, we got Denver, New England, and Miami. That New England game is a road game, no prime time.
Oh, shit. Did I have them losing that? Because we already did the Dolphins, didn't we, or no?
We did the entire AFC East.
I gotta start.
think you have Miami winning. Yes.
Okay,
believe
so
you have New England. I want to say you have New England losing. Yeah, you have New England losing their first 6 games. So,
okay.
yeah, you have. I'll just mark those off right now.
Yeah, and then the Broncos, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see
'Cause
what I got them at here. I think I got them at 1-2. Actually, I got them losing to Denver, and then losing to Miami, beating New England.
Okay.
So, in the 3 weeks on from that, at Detroit versus Giants versus San Francisco. And that San Francisco game is a Thursday nighter. Detroit is a Monday nighter.
1-2 here.
1-2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I have them at 2-1. Actually, I think they lose to San Fran.
Yeah.
Or who do they lose to? San Fran, Detroit.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do not feel confident.
Gotcha. So middling start to the season. You got them going 3-3. I think I have them. Yeah, same spot, 3-3, just different paths.
Mm-hmm.
Very okay with that. Then the next 3 weeks before their Week 10 bye, at Atlanta versus Buffalo versus the Rams.
Ooh.
All Sunday affairs as well.
2-1 here, Trevor.
2-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who do they lose to?
Yeah, give it to the Bills. I think I did too.
Give it to the Bills.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
But beat Atlanta, beat the Rams.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I have them going 1-2 here, beating Atlanta, losing the next 2 to the Bills and the Rams. Okay. Both home games, actually. I have them losing 2 home games in a row, which, with Seattle's 12th man, I might regret that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And Week 10 is their bye. Weeks 11 and 12, you go at San Francisco and versus Arizona.
Yeah, I just don't see them 1-1 here.
And I think I know the split already. It's the same split I have, losing to San Fran, beating Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that as well. Then in weeks 13 through 15, you got at the Jets, at the Cardinals versus Green Bay.
Oh, trap game.
Green Bay's Sunday night, by the way. Green Bay Sunday night.
Okay. The Cardinals could be a trap game. This is why I'm getting a little...
Yeah.
But I think let's go 1-2 here, Trevor.
1-2. Ooh.
Yep.
So probably lose to Green Bay, right?
Yep. Lose to the Jets.
Beat Arizona?
Yep.
Even though you said trap game.
Yeah.
I like it though.
Yeah.
Okay. What do I got them here? I got them going 2-1, beating the Jets.
Okay.
On the road too.
That played if it was,
plus, starting to get cold, to get, weather's not quite as cooperative.
Right.
But anyway, so I got them going, 2-1 there. Then the last 3 weeks, they got Minnesota at home and then finishing it out with road games against Chicago and the Rams.
2-1.
2-1. And that Chicago's a Thursday nighter. Who do they lose to?
I think the Rams get the win back. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Believe that's what I had as well. Beating Minnesota and Chicago, losing to the Rams. Finishing out their season pretty strong, winning 5 of their last 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have them just kind of middling about throughout the entire season, not really getting hot, not really getting cold, just kind of jumping around. Let's see, you got them losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got them going 9-8.
Yeah, I want to see their over and under on.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I was eager to figure this one out as well. I have them going 9-8 as well. We just got a couple different games in there. Just, again, different paths. I think we had a similar situation maybe with like San Francisco or something.
Yep.
Yeah. I think I'm trying to see the notable games that we have different here. Denver to open it. And then maybe like a division game or 2. Oh, yeah, the Jets. The Jets is another big one that we have different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, otherwise, I mean, I don't know. I think they have a good enough defense, and Pete Carroll, he's kind of like the white Mike Tomlin. So
Yes.
just kind of figures out a way to be middling, even though he doesn't always have the greatest team.
No.
They have the 15th ranked strength of schedule, and literally 15 through 18 is the NFC West teams.
Jesus.
Yeah. Very, very interesting stat there. They're over under 7.5. So we have them both going.
Oh, wow.
Win and a half over.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
I like
Seahawks fans. Yeah.
I like it. They beefed up their defense a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Gino's back. Kenneth Walker's back.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. Anyway, moving on to the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get back to the start of their season on your tab here. There we go. Rams, what do they got here? They actually got the 17th ranked strength of schedule. So it goes in order of the NFC West. Looks like the Seahawks. What is it? Yeah, the Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, and then Niners in that order for strength schedule, 15 through 18.
Jesus.
But anyway, back to the Rams. Let me pull up their schedule real quick as well. Starting out at Detroit, they're the first Sunday night game of the NFL season. At Arizona, and then versus San Francisco. So you got 2 division games right in the first 3 weeks there.
Oh, boy. 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they beat?
Cardinals.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, yeah, another middling start for an NFC West team.
Yes.
For you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see what I have here. I think I have them going 2-1. I actually have them stealing one from San Francisco.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. An early season upset that gets teams a little bit overconfident, or not teams, analysts and media personnel, gets them a little bit overconfident in these guys.
Yeah.
And perhaps some bettors too.
Yeah.
But I could see it happening. Plus, Super Bowl hangover angle with the 49ers.
Yep.
That kind of plays into that as well. On top of it being a division game, so it's going to be close.
Right.
Then in the 2 weeks leading up to their bye week, they play at Chicago and then versus Green Bay, both Sunday games there.
I'm just really high on the fucking Packers. 1-1.
You are high on the Packers, so you have them losing to the Packers, beating Chicago.
Yep.
Okay, so you got them starting out 2-3 right before their bye week. They're gonna have some shit to figure out, I guess.
Yes,
I have the reverse.
Okay.
Yeah, I have them. Yeah. Well, no, I have them beating Green Bay and losing to Chicago. I think they get a couple early season upsets that again gets teams a little bit overconfident in them. And Green Bay, they're not at the point where they're just going to beat every regular season team that they should beat. They're going to let a couple slip. I think that's one that they let slip.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I do have the reverse. 3-2 to start out. You have them at 2-3 leading into the bye week.
Okay.
Then in the weeks following the bye week, 7 through 9, versus Vegas, versus Minnesota, at Seattle. And that Minnesota is a Thursday.
For some reason, then Trevor, I'm getting inkling here. They go 3-0.
Ooh, sweep them out of the bye week.
Yes.
I mean, Sean McVay out of the bye week. You can take that angle, yeah.
Yeah, because I think I had the Seahawks, winning the last game against them. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I want to see what I have here as well. I have them losing to Vegas and then beating Minnesota and Seattle. So 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Then in the 3 weeks following, you got versus Miami, at New England, and then versus Philadelphia. Looks like that Philly game's a Sunday nighter, Miami game's a Monday nighter.
Yeah. And I'm going to say this is going to be really fucked up. And I don't know. I think we already did the Dolphins, so I'm trying to.
We did, yeah. You want me to cue you in?
I think I had the Dolphins winning that.
You do.
Okay. Shit. Well, then I gotta 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay,
Yeah.
I got them going 2 and 1.
Okay.
So beating New England, that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think I have them beating Philly as well. Weirdly,
Oh, yeah.
I think
You
they're
never
just.
know.
I don't know. Yeah, Philly could just have an off game. Like I think any game that you're going to be in with the Rams is kind of a trap game because they could go off at any moment, or they could absolutely shit the bed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Kind of a crapshoot with this team, and really any other than the 49ers, a lot of the other NFC West teams. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, weeks 13 through 15, you got at New Orleans versus Buffalo, at San Francisco. Then that San Francisco Thursday night affair. The other two are Sunday games.
I think I have the Bills winning that. Yeah. 1 and 2 here.
1 and 2. Okay. Lose to Buffalo and San Fran, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Because I know you're not high on the Saints and Dennis Allen at all.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's fair. Yeah.
Rounding
out the end of their season at the Jets versus Arizona versus Seattle.
2 and 1.
2 and 1. Lose to the Jets.
Seahawks.
Lose to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You had the.
Yeah.
Oh no, you had the Seahawks losing that game.
Oh, I do have. Oh shit, where the hell?
You do. Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Still, you can still go 2 and 1 though. Just change your. I'm just trying to be consistent. If you want to.
Yeah. No.
Lose to the Jets.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, 2 and 1. Yeah.
I think I have them losing to the Jets as well.
It's in.
I actually have them losing to the Jets and to Arizona, so 1 and 2 in this final stretch.
Yeah, it's at Jets. It's late December. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Assuming he's healthy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So still, what would you say? 2 and 1.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let me counter up here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got these guys going 9 and 8 as well. And you're gonna shit a brick, but so do I.
How the fuck did we get? God damn it!
This show is not scripted, folks.
No.
We have a general outline of what we're gonna do. This ain't WWE. We did not coordinate this.
God damn it! All right.
If we were coordinating this, we would have gone tit for tat with the individual games. We did not do that. We just got same records.
Yep.
9 and 8. So we got the Seahawks and the Rams going 9 and 8, and the Rams over under win total on FanDuel 8.5. So we got both the Seahawks and the Rams going over on their respective win totals.
Yeah.
And I believe we have Arizona going under theirs at 6 and 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of evens out.
No, it was a hell of a journey through that. That was you got to think.
Say you really had to think with those.
Yes. Yeah.
And I can guarantee you this: by the time the season ends, that shit's gonna be all out of whack with the NFC West.
Yeah. It's a very interesting conference right there.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Then on the docket for the next couple weeks, we're going down to the dirty South, and by that I mean we're going down to the AFC South, and the Texans and the Titans.
It's going to be very good.
And then the following, of course, the Jags and the Colts.
Hell yeah.
So another division that could go a million different ways.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Texans being the favorite for a lot of reasons.
Well, yeah.
Improved defense, CJ Stroud, so on and so forth.
I'm very excited for next week.
What division do you think is going to be easier to predict? The NFC
North,
NFC West, or the AFC South? Because we just went through the NFC West and we saw how difficult that was. We
AFC
really had
South.
to think on that. AFC South, I think, is going to be easier.
Very easy. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
in agreement.
Yeah. And if you're a Saints fan, you bet your ass they're not winning more than 4 games.
I was going to say, you have them
I'm
losing
just-
quite a bit.
They need
Every
to get-
time, pretty much every time they've been brought up, you've had them as a loss.
they suck.
Yeah.
And it's because
Dennis Allen
fucking
might be
Allen.
the first coach fired.
He should be.
Not that great of a coach.
You got Derek Carr. I understand people have their opinion. You got Alvin Kamara, though, for God's sakes.
Correct.
Figure it out. You got Cam
Stellar
Jordan on
defense.
the edge.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. This guy's supposed to be a guru, and you got your team holding the other team to 16, 20 points a game. You can't figure it out.
it's terrible.
I don't know
They
what
were
to
on
do.
a Thursday night game, Trevor, and I wanted to rip my goddamn eyes out. It was
Yes.
terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I think Al Michaels
was
fell
that?
asleep.
I think they were against the Jags in that one.
Yeah, oh my God. It
If I
was
recall correctly.
Al Michaels, I think, was sipping on his canteen he brought up in the booth.
Probably had
Fuck
some
this.
Southern Comfort in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
yeah. It's a little wild turkey. Ooh.
Walter. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. I've had that straight. It burns, but it's good. It's got a good aftertaste, man.
Yeah.
It's expensive though, so it's
Yeah. But no, it was a pleasure. We'll switch. Trevor, anything else with NFL predictions before?
No,
Okay.
that is it. Still got what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 more divisions to cover. So we're through. We're halfway through.
Okay. All right, we'll swing over to debate time here and then close it out. It's been a hell of a show, though.
I'm gonna say
it's-
we've gone a little long, but we've had a good time.
But I
and I
have.
hope the viewers
went
have as well.
fast. It went fast.
It always does when we're
Yeah.
bullshitting.
Yeah, this whole date's went fucking super fast. But all right, here we go. Here.
Agreed.
All right, debate time. God damn it. All right. Anyways, debate time. Interesting questions here. We do have some wrestling thrown in. I don't know why it was hard this week, Trevor, to come up with questions.
Not a whole lot of news other than free agency.
No. But start us off here with some WWE. Who was more important to the WWE, WWF, Hulk Hogan or the Field?
Buddy.
Very hard one.
That is a very, very good question. Because without Hulk Hogan, there might not be a Stone Cold or a Rock or a John Cena or a Batista or a Seth Rollins or a Randy Orton or Kane, Undertaker,
Yeah, NWO.
Well, yes, literally. Yeah, him, being the third man. Greatest heel turn of all time. I don't care what anyone else says. Yeah, you probably got to say Hogan. He kind of guided the company through the initial years of them becoming mainstream, main eventing the first WrestleMania.
Mhm.
Him and Roddy Piper going at it. Good
Yeah.
times. Him and the Sheik going at it. Love to see it. Obviously the wrestling was what it was back in the day, not
Right.
the athletic performance art that you see now.
Yeah.
But in terms of elevating the business to a new height and putting it on the map, you got to put probably Hogan up there, and I would say Andre's number 2
That's what I was going
in
to.
terms of paving the way.
Yeah. If he doesn't go heel, Andre, and basically hand him the keys, do we see him still have the career? I don't know, Trevor.
Ooh,
That's
you
very
mean
tough.
if Hogan
Andre.
transitions to Andre?
Or Andre goes heel and basically turns bad guy and then puts Hogan on that pedestal in WrestleMania 3.
Well, I know Andre was in declining health at
Correct.
the time. He knew he wasn't going to live very long. I think he had like
Very
a
sad.
gigantism and a couple other issues with his heart.
Yeah.
So you're saying if he doesn't like turn heel and elevate Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
isn't you don't have the body slam at WrestleMania 3.
Right.
You don't have, the legendary face turn with Bobby Heenan again.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the $1 Million Alliance back in the
Yeah.
day, any old wrestling fan will tell you that was entertaining as all hell.
Yep. Yeah.
No, that was cool. That was cool. I think Hogan was elevated with the Sheik and was probably made
Oh.
with Andre.
Yeah. No, I
would
agree.
have to say. From a young wrestling fan
Yes.
giving
Yeah.
a long after retrospective on it. My father would definitely be able to give you a better answer to that because he's been in tune with wrestling, even all the way back to the old AWA, NWA days and the Von Erichs and Deep South Wrestling, whatever it was, the Texas wrestling promotions, the Memphis promotion, the territory days. He was, a fan all the way even back then.
Yeah.
So he can give you a much better answer than I can. But
and you brought up one of the families. If anybody has not watched it, even if you're not a wrestling fan, The Iron Claw.
Yep.
Very good movie.
It's on HBO. HBO Max. I just watched it the other day again.
I will tell you, Zac Efron has come a long way from High School Musical. Wow. Very good.
Jeremy Allen White, very underrated as well.
Jesus. God. But anyways, yeah, no, I have to agree with you. Hulk, without Hulkster, I don't think you see it be polarized as much as it is. Literally. You still got a little kid that follows him around and does the fucking you've probably seen that, Trevor.
Yeah,
I mean that
it pops up on my TikTok from time to time.
It's been what 30 40 50 years?
40 years since he became champion.
Yeah. And he's still shit.
Still he's Hulk Hogan. He's not Terry Boulder, he's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. But here's an important question. I think any athlete out there would appreciate this. You are building a team. Who are you picking first? I worded this question terribly, Trevor. I am not good at grammar.
Okay.
But who are you picking up first? The best coach in the league, and it doesn't matter the sport, or the best player in the league? If you have that option, you're the owner.
Okay. Yeah, you need to get like Grammarly.
I know.
Or some shit.
Not good.
Even the free package. I use it for my work and writing emails, so I don't sound like a prick. It works.
Yeah.
Grammarly, bud. I even have my Grammarly filter on right now, and it's underlining pretty much the entire sentence.
Yeah.
Anyway, so best coach or best player for probably coach?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
I would agree with you.
Without a coach to set the foundation of who you want to be as an organization, you got to have that first. You got to have a vision first, and then you got to take the steps to get there. And getting a player is the next logical step, I guess. Of course, you have to have the right leadership and management, and with ownership, you have to have the right tone at the top. But in terms of directly communicating with the players and directly enabling that vision that ownership and management have, that's through your coach, your head coach. You got to have a head coach.
Okay, I agree with you. I do not want a LeBron James. I want an actual guy like a great.
You don't want LeBron and Redick first.
No,
you don't want LeBron first and then JJ Redick.
Popovich. I want Chuck Daly,
Phil.
Lombardi. You could go way back. Noel,
Chuck. Yep.
Yeah. No bullshit, motherfuckers. They're hey, this is how it's going. If you don't like it, kick rocks. That's my. I agree with you.
You need to read Noel's book, by the way. Go read it. I gotta
get that. Yes.
Go read it. I loaned my copy to someone else. That's a buddy of mine in my apartment complex. But once I get it back, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Wait, my dad might have it next.
That's all right.
Anyway, go buy it.
Yeah. Yes. No, I gotta read. And Cowers, I gotta read his too.
Yes.
But your opinion, when you think of point guard, I think of AI, I think of Magic. John Stockton, Steve Nash, what have you.
Yep.
Jason Kidd. Who is the greatest point guard of all time, in your opinion?
I tell you two of my favorites, not the best, but two of my favorites. Obviously, AI, and we talk about him frequently on PlayStation. White Chocolate, Jason Williams.
Yes. Yeah.
Filthy, absolutely filthy handles, filthy passes. Didn't necessarily have the longevity or like a fantastic prime. He was just very flashy.
Yep.
Put up still pretty good numbers and was obviously very skilled for the time, but not remembered as one of like the all-time greats. But wanted to give those guys a shout out. And obviously AI was the reason I got into the game and the reason that I loved this pick so much.
Right. Very similar.
Small guys that are fundamentally sound and can get down low and still bang with guys. So,
Yes. No, I
good
agree.
times there. But if you're asking me who's the greatest point guard of all time, probably gonna say, and you're gonna like my answer, it's Magic.
I agree with you. But I have to say, right behind him, though, is John.
Yeah, and right behind him, Steve.
Yeah. Which even he does not get flowers.
Even though, because he didn't win a title.
I know. It pisses me off.
Well, neither did John.
Well, just for you sports fanatics out there, just want to let you know, Steve Nash did beat out Kobe for MVP. The stats did not speak to it, but he did win fucking MVP. And that's prime year Kobe's. So I just got to throw that out there.
Was that 2005 that happened?
Yeah.
What year did Nash win MVP?
I think it was 05, 06.
05, 06?
Around there.
Oh, the year the Heat won the title?
I believe so. I want to say.
I'm looking this up.
No.
Both 04, 05 and 05, 06.
Yeah.
2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. I think Kobe was averaging 33 fucking points a game or something. Yeah. Something wild. Whatever.
Yeah, I want to see his basketball reference page just to verify. Basketball reference, best site for stats and all that good shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 04, 05, and 05, 06.
Pisses me off.
Right after the Lakers dynasty.
Bullshit. Pisses me off so
Hey,
bad.
you brought up the question.
I know, but I got to look up if it was 05, which year it was. But that.
Oh, that he averaged like 30 and still lost out.
Yeah, it pisses me off. God.
Yeah, I can maybe see for you. Hang on.
I know Nash had the assist.
Kobe.
That's what.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 05, 06, Kobe averaged 35 a game.
35. God, the 2
35,
points.
5, and 4.
Those extra 2 points are like a dagger in my chest. God damn it.
Steve Nash only averaged 19, but he averaged 10 and a half assists.
Yeah, pisses me off.
Yeah. Did have a higher 3-point field goal percentage as well. Shot 44% from 3. Kobe only shot 34.7% from 3.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, no, I have to agree with. We agree on that one. Okay, and this one's going to be already
controversial.
Will the NFL ever fully go full flag football?
Yeah.
In our lifetime,
I hope not.
I will be very pissed off.
I hope that's something that my children and grandchildren have to worry about. But I think over the span of our lives, flag football is going to grow at a higher pace than NFL style football, American football, so to speak. I don't know if it'll ever surpass it, but the NFL is going to have to make some concessions if they want players to come to the league and, not risk injury.
Yeah.
Long-term damage to their bodies and so on and so forth. I think flag football could grow, not necessarily to the conglomerate of the NFL. And I know right now it's kind of under the umbrella of the NFL, but I think that'll grow at a faster pace. And you could eventually see leagues developing and players getting paid to put on a show for that getting the TV deals and everything that comes along with being a professional sports league. I think you could see that happening within our lifetime and developing within our lifetime. I'm just hoping it doesn't come to that in our lifetime.
No, and this is that question alone, Trevor, we could talk on for 2 hours.
We could make a whole damn podcast.
Fucking do a whole forensic, really look into all the findings and, Mike Webster, for example.
Look at all the CTE gentlemen, Junior.
Shoots himself in the chest because he wants his brain examined. Yeah, it's just sad. It's countless others. As well. I don't want to, just because we're not naming them, we're not acknowledging them. But
unfortunately, you'd have to go through a long list.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know what you need to do, but I just know the human mind, for whatever reason, we crave that shit. We crave the hard hitting. I understand. Hey, if you want to take,
it's Roman Coliseum type entertainment.
It is. It is.
We like seeing big beefy men smacking each other around.
Yeah.
Coliseum style.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say at some point it will go full flag. But
I
not
would
now.
think so.
I think there's many. I don't want to go too far with it because I don't want to.
Sure.
But I just think there's parameters that they won't allow it to happen.
Yeah.
Payoffs or whatnot.
I mean, you're going to probably see some increased salary cap growth as you go throughout things, and salary is going to slowly grow more and more as a middle line and affect the NFL's bottom line to the point where they're going to have to make those sorts of concessions way down the line. At least I hope.
Yes. Yeah.
But it could happen. It could happen within our lifetimes. Could happen even sooner than I'm predicting. I'm hoping it doesn't happen for another 50, 60 years, but you never know. It's it's really out of our hands. We're just we're just here to give our thoughts on it, and
just want to throw out there though, Trevor, you can still tear your ACL if the field's shit with flag football.
This is true.
Just want to throw.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
There's my argument.
There it is. It's a good one.
Go back to grass.
Literally, the turf is it's a pretty big reason. I mean, I know the physicality of the thing, players going head-on collision.
Right.
That's a big part of it, but so is the turf. You can run faster, but guess what? It's easier to pop an ACL, and you come down harder on that shit. A lot of players saying it feels like falling on cement. It's bad.
Yeah.
Separate a shoulder.
Yeah.
Not,
serious shit.
Not fun. Yeah.
No.
Roll an ankle. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
Could do that in you can't separate it. You could separate a shoulder in the flag football. You throw it out of its socket or something. I don't know.
Try to reach out.
Yeah, I'm not a medical guy.
Yeah. But
I know you can roll an ankle and pop an ACL on flag football. So
you could. Yeah. Even playing hopscotch, you could tear your ACL. But anyways, all right. Anyways, we appreciate it. Trevor, anything else for the beautiful people out there?
Oh, nope, nothing. Okay. Well, actually, if you get the chance, if you got a couple free hours over the next week or so, do go watch The Iron Claw, one of the greatest wrestling movies, if not the greatest wrestling movie ever made. And it's just a good fucking movie, let alone wrestling movie. Yeah. Like I said, the likes of Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, and I forget the actor's name, but whoever plays Fritz von Erich does a fantastic job.
Very good.
Very good. Very good movie. Saw that in theaters, and like I said, recently saw it again, so highly recommend.
Yeah. No, but we appreciate everybody joining us tonight. I see more people coming in there. That's enjoyable. We're about to end. So if you're just catching us now, wait for this to close out, and you could watch the beginning of this episode. Also, like, subscribe, comment, share with your grandma, your neighbor, whoever the hell you want to share with. If they enjoy sports, this is your podcast. We'd love to hear more conversation in the comments. Even after the show.
Hit that little bell thing too.
Yeah, hit the bell thing. Get alerted.
Hit the bell thing. Yeah. Get alerted when we go live.
Yeah. But we appreciate everybody as always. More conversation next week at 8, and make sure to subscribe. We appreciate everybody. Have a good day. Have a good night. God bless. Stay safe out there. All gas, no breaks. This was another episode of Buckle Up with the Boys with your host DB and host Trevor Densmore. And